Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
You will be inlaid upon this statue.
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it!
What's happening?
A good newspaper should be a lighthouse of truth.
I've never seen anything like it.
The Palais Mammonia's idea of crisis.
And good evening, everybody. How are we doing today? Today we are going to be mainly doing
location on my list is really far away.
Damn, she talks a lot. Kirara's Hangout. But first, it is Monday, so we have some weekly stuff to do. There's also a brand new event. If after I get all the endings of Kirara, if there's still some time, I might start that, or else I'll do it like at the end of the week or next week or whenever. But yeah, Kirara. So we got her out. We got our chibi out in the bottom right corner. And yeah. Yeah, but it's also Monday, so weekly stuff. Hello, Mads. How are you doing? Thank you for the like. And let's just get to it. I had the day off today, so I already did my daily commissions. So I got I got that out of the way already. So here we are. Hey Anya, how's it going? Has anyone in chat already done the hangout? Out of curiosity. Anyone? I have not seen... I've maybe seen like one screenshot of the hangout and nothing else. So I'm going in pretty blind. Quite happy about that. I feel like everyone's just been talking about arlecchino for everything, so everything that's like happening in this patch has just not been discussed at all. And I'm enjoying that quite a bit, honestly. Thank you for the 2 likes. Let's go. Before you're off to Hawaii? Nice. This is for spring break, right? Okay, so weekly quests. Yeah, we'll do expeditions and then dive right into the stuff. Do 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 do. Oh, hey, Jack. Aloha. Do 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 do. Do I want to? Do I want to? Do I want to? Okay, while we wait for more people to come in, just in case people want to co-op the weekly bosses, I'll start off with the weekly quests that I can't do in co-op right off the bat, and I'll give maybe a chance for some people to come in. You're going to go to Hawaii every single year. Wow. Imagine that. Hopefully you don't get bored of it. Ain't no way.
If only the dog was this quiet at home.
Inazuma reputation? Nice. You don't want to go to the same island then? Yeah. Do you have like family there, or do you like tend to just go to the tourist area? Because that would end up just being the same island or islands, or same parts of the islands if that is the case. I can see it getting boring. 100%. Why is there a money sign in the make sure? What the heck? Okay, whatever.
Busted.
My shield's so weak.
Fun's over.
Hey,
Inazuma shines eternal.
Okay, hold up. My shield got destroyed in one hit. Don't think I leveled it up. This is this one, right? This is the shield. Oh, but I need these things for my... Well, whatever. You know what? Level 4 is fine. Level 4 shield is fine. Who are you asking, Mads? Your stomach hurts. Oh, I see. You taking anything to make it better?
Take it easy.
sign here, please.
There is no escape.
Okay, there we go. There's a slightly
Quiet
stronger
now.
shield.
Gotcha.
Hey Derek, how's it going? Have you done Kirara's hangout yet? Do 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 do. I think that's all 3 already. Yup, that's the event. Okay, weekly boss time. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Hey Arnold, how's it going? Maui. Is that your island, Jack? Okay, am I soloing today? Or does people want to leech off of me? Why are you gonna eat an island? You're bored right now? Are you? You need to make sure you're in America server at least. I'm gonna give it 1 minute before I go in. Also, how many people in chat have Chiori? You have all servers? Oh dear. Are you AR55 in America server at least? There's my UID. Just pause the stream. You even have a Taiwan account, or whatever TUW stands for? That's actually crazy. That is so much time. Person. Do. Now we just wait for Jack to come in. Watching guides and videos, both positive and negative, I've come to the conclusion that chiori, if you ignore how attractive or elegant she is actually just mid. True or false? This is why the poll is what it is today. Objectively speaking. Okay, I think this will be it for the team. Let's do it. I don't think I'll bring Kirara for this one. Let's see if we're gonna have that and that. Hey May, how's it going? How was your day yesterday? You sound like you were gonna be bored as all heck. Hydro, cryo, we can't freeze the boss. Let's see, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Okay, if we have cryo and hydro, maybe I'll bring I'll bring pyro and electro. Let's do this. Mechanic, wait. I haven't started the Hangout yet, so I have no idea what you mean by that. Ooh, GGK. Our first season or second season? Oops. Oh, your first season. Oh man, you've got a lot of episodes to watch then. Well, at least you're able to watch anime still.
No rest for the wicked.
There we go, broke the shield.
I summon thee. Fuse is what?
Oh shoot. Oh wait, I completely forgot Furina has heal capabilities. Furina's like heal mode is actually pretty okay for a co-op. Hey Zuzu, how's it going? You're gonna buy clothes? Nice.
Reveal thyself. Fire hazard.
I was like so confused as to why I was healing and I wasn't using food, and then I just noticed Furina's thing and I was like, oh right.
Midnight Phantasma.
He's actually, her heal is actually useful in co-op. That's actually kind of weird.
Time to shine.
I don't think you'll necessarily be sad. There's definitely hints of sadness and like, but the sadness comes with like time passing more than anything, and it's actually just an overall really good show. I would recommend it. You won't be like sad depressed. You'll be sad about the passing of time, but that's just reality, you know? And there's just so many beautiful moments. The occasional action moments until like the current arc where there's actually a decent amount of action is actually superbly done. You know, not Jujutsu level, but it's just like super. Actually, Madhouse is doing it. Yeah, that's just pretty good. I recommend. Nope. The fact that you say it in all caps, Sammy, just makes us all want to just call you Sammy. The narwhal sounds are creepy? I wouldn't describe it as creepy. I think it has an eerie tone to it, but I'm not like freaked out by it, you know? Any out of wait, Jack and Arnvil, is there any weekly bosses you need? Dungeon Meshi, I enjoy it. I'm not caught up to it, but that's mainly because a lot of the food they make when it's finished looks delicious. And my anime time is usually when I'm eating, and sometimes I'm just eating something quick and not as appetizing as the stuff they make. And so it's kind of a bit of an ordeal to watch it for me, but it is a good show overall. There isn't any underlying plot line outside of trying to save the teacher, but sorry, the sister. Random it up, okay. But the problem is that they don't really progress that, and that's kind of that's pretty much an afterthought. I haven't fought Ajdaha in a while, so we're gonna fight Ajdaha. If I can remember where he is. This is it. This is it. You watch Ponyo? Man, you're watching a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh. Mei actually trying to culture herself with like movies and stuff. Finally. Finally. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Dungeon Meshi, or what's the English name for it? Think of the 4 legs, by the way. Zhongli and Arnvil and a Cryo. What do I want to... You know what? I'll do easy mode. I'll do easy mode.
The scenery here is wonderful. I've landed the perfect job.
Triple Cryo, let's go. Yes, you have to enjoy the movies. Finally. Finally.
Think you can bully me?
Can I go into the shield and start damaging you? No. Dang, I actually have to wait. I actually have to wait. Smile? What's Smile? Oh, the horror movie. Yeah, no. I mean, I don't do horror. Actually, speaking of horror, has anyone heard about the Winnie the Pooh horror movie? Because Winnie the Pooh went public domain.
Today, you witness your
It came out like last year, I think. So apparently there's going to be a sequel to that in 2025, and it's actually this whole Winnie the Pooh universe called the Poohniverse, P-O-O-H universe, and they're going to introduce other things that are public domain into it, not just Winnie the Pooh.
Next on the agenda.
I forgot what some of the things are called. Did I put it on the Discord server? I might have put it on the Discord server. What is actually crazy? I can't believe they called it the
We're way
Pooniverse.
behind schedule.
It's hilarious. They actually went really hard on that.
Come, experience an eon of suffering.
Are you talking about the Mickey Mouse horror thing? I've heard of that one. Yeah, so the old school Mickey Mouse, like the OG design of Mickey Mouse, is now public domain, so that's also going to. Man, we defeated this so quickly.
Think you can bully me?
Arnvol, are you a whale? Out of curiosity. I wasn't paying attention to people's damage. Lol. No? Interesting. Who's Sam? There's no playable character from Genshin Impact called Sam. Why are you saving up for Sam? Sam is a non-existent character. You've only watched it? I'm assuming the remake or the reboot or whatever. Hey, Adriel. You're free to play in the server. Man, how did we defeat that so quickly? Wait, Jack. These how? But he was playing Zhongli. That's not a damaged user. I don't know. That felt really quick. There's a Star Rail Sam. Is there? Oh wait, there is. I remember this. I remember you going crazy that there was a character called Sam. Okay. Do we want to kill Childe? Or do we want to kill Senora? Take your pick. I have the best phrasing. Only the best phrasing comes out of my mouth. Anything from Arnvol? Meme says Childe. Okay, let's do Childe. Which one's Conjuring? I've not watched... I've only watched, like... one true horror... I've watched a bunch of parts of horror films, and then I've watched only, like, I think, like, 1 or 2 horror films all the way through. Unless you're unless we're counting horror comedies, like this, the Scary Movie series, those I enjoyed. Those were they're like enough relief from the comedic sides that it's actually funny, and it's just like basic jump scares, so I can handle that. Honestly, sometimes I'll watch a horror movie if some of the characters are really attractive. That's what gets me at least watching some of it. Not gonna lie, Alathim and Furina. Pairs up with Raiden and Scream 6? Which one's that one?
Opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle.
Wait, are some of the older Scream movies with Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Illusion shattered.
Guess I should
Off we go.
take you more seriously.
Scatter!
Witness my power! Let's
Well now.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Teamwork is dream.
Torn to oblivion.
You're cut above.
I know Jennifer Ortega's in like the newest one. I haven't like, I don't think I've watched past or parts of Scream 4. I think. Or how about the horror movie? Is it even a horror movie? Jeepers Creepers. I haven't seen the whole movie, but Jeepers Creepers 2. That was airing on TV one day, and the I guess the villain or the monster or whatever did this weird licking thing on this thing, and I thought it was hilarious and creepy, but like hilarious. Just the way he just did he like lick a window or like a bar? Really supposed to be really creepy, and in a way it was creepy, but I was starting to chuckle from it. Jeepers is good. Is it actually good? Because the scene in the second movie where was it a school bus? I think you like yeah. What did the school bus either break down or just like get into an accident and this guy like landed? It was something. Ain't no way. Wait, who's Ghostface? Okay, so that was that no, wait, was that 3? Yeah, that was 3. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna use up my resin as well. Oh, I already have 5? Okay, I'll keep that for later. Because we can do that in co-op, but I'm going to go see, I'm gonna leave co-op once I do Kirara's Hangout. You are Vixen, you are. For those of you that don't know, Vixen is MK. Oh wait, that's his name, yes. Oh, there are so many ghost thirst traps of him. That's crazy. Not even funny. Also weird fan art. Very weird fan art, unfortunately. Wait, did Jack leave? Oh yeah, it's just me and you, Arnville. Let's go. There's gender bent everything. Nothing surprises me anymore. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Your vibe. I mean, it also kind of helps that she's a mod too. Do 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 do.
Going in!
Quietly now. Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Time for a light show! That didn't count!
A moment, please.
Quietly now. Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
Fire hazard!
That was easy. Her profile picture? Oh, I can't see people's profile pictures. Nope. And ooh. If you were to roll a crit damage, you'd be worth it. Did I do the new event? No, I haven't even started it yet. I take my time with things. Also, yeah, 13 days. I can do it like next week and I'll be fine.
Off we go.
Everybody stick!
Gotcha.
Have a
Quietly
seat.
now. Things are about to get dicey.
The fuse is lit!
Get to the infirmary.
That was record speed. Nice. Ooh, oh. Okay, yep, I'm gonna keep that for some. If I was Neuvillette, would I want this? I could do better, but we'll keep it for now. We'll keep it for now. Coffee sounds good. Wait, Jack, it's like nighttime. No coffee at this hour.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Teamwork!
This could get a little chilly.
A festive reprise!
Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Fire hazard!
This is the thing about creating lore mads. You may start it and you may like the way it's going at first, but other people will pitch in and you have no control over it. This is why I don't do lore. Because I started it and didn't like the direction it went, so I killed it all. Well, actually not all, some of it remains. Some of it I have no control over. This is what happens when you disappear for a while, Meme.
Gotcha. Quietly now.
I'm going in!
Game's up. Fun's over. Gotcha.
Fair enough. Yeah, Orochi has disappeared as of late. What did you do to your kids, Mads? Do we need to interrogate you all of a sudden? Sad. Okay, one more round. Most normal Monday night chat. Yeah, you can say that again. Ain't no way. Meanwhile, Twitch chat, nice and quiet. Because no one's there, not even Borker. At least not yet.
Busted.
Let's begin.
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
Time for a light show!
Quietly now.
When did I become a grandpa? Since forever. I just didn't know it yet. Ain't no way. Yes, it is. This is why I don't let it. This is why I don't participate. I am not the sponsor of this lore. That's worth keeping. That's worth keeping. Okay, we're done. You're the ghost? Yikes. Actually, that's a W move. That's a W position to be in this lore. Do 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 do. Mads, this is why you don't start lore. Hope you've learnt your lesson. Yes, I am done Arnvul. With... Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to level up some artifacts. I'm almost maxed out again. But first, Kirara's Hangout. Yeah, but you joined in. And you decided to be a core part of it. And therefore, this is the consequence you pay. Meanwhile, the person that started it just left. And will not realize how absolutely ridiculous it has gone to. And when they come back, they will just treat it like it was nothing of this happened because they didn't see it happen. Hey, no worries, Arnvul. Anywho. Wait, where is she? There she is. Here we go. A0, how's it going? What's going on? Well, I just started Kirara's Hangout. Oh, I have to go far. Oh, not that far. Yeah, cat girl dating. Perfect late 90s, early 2000s gameplay mode of Genshin Impact. When cat girls were at peak popularity in anime. Ain't no way. I don't even know what your Discord is, Meme. Wait. Is it just Meme? Do I just add Meme? Is it literally what your YouTube thing is called? Well, maybe answers that.
Darling.
There we go. That's a new one. There you go. Let's add you. Why so many X's though?
Investing too much emotion puts you at risk of doing something irrational.
Yes, he does, Jack. Yes, he does. Oh shoot, did I mess up the thumbnail? I put Kirara instead of Lynette. I did a huge brain fart on the thumbnail. I'm actually gonna fix that. Why can't you read half the chat, Mads? What's an Atla fanfic? I did a brain fart. In my mind, I was just like, oh yeah, it's the cat girl one.
No.
My mind went directly to Kirara. I did this huge brain fart. We gotta change this up so badly. It's not even funny. Damn, I even got like a...
I could make a fortune from this.
I'd even say the Kirara thing was a good one. Oh gosh.
Okay,
Oh
let's get
no.
going. The next
The
location
only
on my
picture I
list is
have of
really
Lynette
far
is
away.
my edited version. You know what? Screw it. I'm keeping it. Keeping it. I am so sorry to Lynette fans. You guys are not going to be happy with what I'm about to do.
I could make a fortune from this.
I literally thought it was a Kirara hangout. I need to change the title and everything. Lynette.
So these are the kind of
Whoa, the scenery here is wonderful.
Yikes. I'm glad I called it a
I've
cat girl
landed the
hangout.
Perfect job.
Okay. I apologize, but I don't have time to like make a brand new one. So there you go. Refresh the thing or whatever and enjoy. I also need to change the title on Twitch as well. Kirara hangout? No, it's a Lynette hangout. Whoops, see that. No, wait, there we go. That was a little embarrassing.
Let me see.
That was a little embarrassing.
Okay,
Here we go.
let's get going. The next location on my list is really far away.
Oh, do I even have a chibi of
fortune from this.
Lynette? I don't think I do. I doubt it. I'd be impressed if I did, because I don't think I've ever used one. Yeah, I don't. I don't have a little chibi thing for Lynette. That's fine. Close enough. Close enough. Close enough. This is close enough. We good.
I could make a fortune from this.
What is it, Mei Mei? What is it, Mei Mei? Mei Mei saw the new thumbnail. And what kind of art would you send of Lynette? Send it to me right now. If it's good enough and easy to, I'll add it. If it's a PNG with no background, I'll add it. Okay, I'm gonna change up the team as well. Hopefully there's not too much fighting to do, cause we'll do this. We'll do this. What counts as, oh, you know what? Anything with horns or animal ears counts today. This, and I don't even think I have you leveled up yet. Do I? Oh yeah, I do.
You lead the
There we
way.
go. There we go. This works. This works, right? My thumbnails are horrible. Wait. What do you think about the original thumbnail, though? Mei Mei, when it was Kirara. Hello? Hello? It's okay, bruh. Wait, does that cat have a bow tie? Okay, hold up. Bye, Sam. Aw, oh, we're already starting off strong with the meows.
Meow.
Huh? Wait, can she actually talk to cats?
It's you. 1 second. Now activating chat mode.
Chat
You
mode.
made me jump there. I thought they'd finally caught me.
Wait, who's catching you?
Objectively speaking, the trouble was entirely of my own making.
What
Half an
kind of
hour
trouble did
ago,
you get
I was at
into?
Hotel de Boer for a drinks reception. It was to celebrate the successful opening of a show, but it was draining my energy. So, I waited for the right moment, then snuck away
What's
so
my
I could
next
switch to
stream?
standby mode.
What do you mean? Oh, when? My next stream is most likely Wednesday, unless I get Wednesday or Thursday, but I think it's going to be all like Grand Blue Fantasy.
Probably because I'm playing the lead role in the show.
Wait, you're a lead role?
Is that so surprising?
Yes, it
I'm
actually
always
is.
getting invitations to do solo performances.
Solo
I just usually get Lyney
performances?
to write back and turn them down. But then came the Fontaine Film Festival.
Wait, you're actually going
They
to be
took all
acting?
the kids from the House of the Hearth out to see a film. And after it finished, they all started clamoring for me to try out acting for some reason. Even Lyney was chanting along with them. Anyway, it just so happened that a director called Mary.
Oh no, I don't need thumbnails for that. I'm going to use my default one.
I'll spare you the details, but basically...
Well, I mean, you can make
ended
one.
up
I might not
accepting.
necessarily use it though.
Yep, you nailed it. I'm playing the role of a puppet. In
Uh-oh.
fact, the show's called The Lost Puppet, and it's a masked mime show.
Lynette would actually
So,
make a
I don't
really
have
good
to do any
puppet.
facial expressions or say any lines. Literally just a series of physical movements. The director says it's a very avant-garde art form. Art is not comprehended by the mind, but felt in the heart. At least, that's what the director says. Anyway, if nothing else, the opening performance seemed to go down well. At the drinks reception, everyone was crowding around me, saying, "Triumphant character portrayal, faithful adaptation of the original work, unequivocally, quintessentially avant-garde."
Yeah, you can try.
and
Go ahead, Mei.
stuff like that.
See if I approve.
But being the center of attention is draining. So the moment they left me to go harass the director instead, I was out of there. The other thing is, some weird things happened while I was on the stage.
Like this cat?
Oh, sorry, Bonnie. I didn't mean to leave you out of the conversation. My bad. No, we just met.
Mhm.
We bumped into each other right after I slipped away. Well, it'd be kind of difficult for us to communicate otherwise. Besides, I think she's taken a liking to the name. Haven't you, Bonnie?
The fact that it has a bow tie would indicate that it already has a name.
Yeah, that's right. Good kitty. We'll go find your owner soon, I promise. Nope. She's wearing a collar.
I hope Mickey calls
and
you
for the
kitty.
most part, she's pretty well groomed.
Bye.
If she is a stray, she hasn't been for long. Her stomach's been growling a lot. I guess
Oh,
she
it
must
is a
have been
stray. But
missing
why
for
does it have a
few
bow
days
tie
now.
if it's a stray?
As much as I'd love to hang out with her for a while longer, her owner's probably worried sick about her. Assuming she has an owner, that is. But the reception... I should probably show my face there again at some point.
What?
Even if it's just to make excuses and leave again. Decision time. Well, I just find it exhausting, thinking through all the different ramifications of different choices and so on. That's more Lyney's area than mine. So, unless it's something really important, I usually just leave the decision-making to him. It's fine. He got Fermine to make me a little something for just this situation. Poof! A phaetometer.
A phaetometer?
It looks pretty over the top, I know, but it's essentially just a box of cards. He kept the design simple, so it'd be harder to break. The way it works is...
Sam is just
I
a
pick
little
card at random,
angry.
then look at the number
That's why
on
you
the
said...
card.
I think he really meant piss off.
Well, for example, if the number on the card is 5 or higher, I help Bonnie find her owner.
Oh, is this the random
less
number
than 5,
generator thing that we're
I
gonna
go
get
back
at
to
the
the
end of the
reception.
hangout? This is it. Okay, I get it.
I just have to believe in the bond between me and my cards, and my fate will reveal itself to me in
That's a
numerical
Yu-Gi-Oh
form.
reference.
At least, that's what Lyney said. Anyway, I guess I'll give you a demonstration.
I will repeat every meow that gets said during this hangout.
Huh, I didn't like that. Was I using it wrong? Maybe if I just...
It is kind of unique in the way that you get an item. I just have no use for the item.
Clearly,
Is a
there's
big
some
issue.
design flaws to iron out.
How could I
I'll
use
have to
this
let
item?
Fermine know.
What could it be used for?
Let's see. Which card did I get? 4.
Wait, is there RNG in even this part? Like, when she says 4, she sometimes say a different number?
Well, the cards fell on the ground though, so I don't think it counts as fate. If you want to get the right answer, you have to let fate decide. Also something Lyney said. So, to put it another way, if picking a card up off the ground is
cartoon
how
or the
to
live
not leave it to
action or
fate,
the movie Zero?
then that means it must be the wrong answer.
Because I watched the cartoon, I've watched the old movie, and I've watched the first episode of the Netflix adaptation.
Or why don't you pick a card? Since I ran
No?
into you
Okay.
here, that
Thanks for letting me
means,
know, Monk.
Our fates are, like, interfering with each other. Thank you. This one is final, I promise. Here, take the fatometer. If it's 5 or above, that means fate successfully changed. Anything lower than 5 is a fail. Also, if you have your own thoughts about what I should do, feel free to share it. Now that I've got a good problem solver here to help, I don't need to run every little thing by fate.
Ooh, I like the, okay. Yeah, let's leave it to fate. Why not? First round, leave it to fate. Vixen, if you refresh the thumbnail or go back to my channel, you'll notice that I changed the thumbnail.
All right. Then let's see where fate will lead me.
The random check triggered by the fate amount 1 to 20 if the number is displayed is greater. Okay. We're gonna check bonuses. This one.
Back to the drinks reception. There's 20 cards in total, numbered 1 to 20.
Dang.
So there's only a 1 in 5 chance of drawing less than a 5.
And we got that 1 in
also
5
mention,
chance.
This time the cutoff was 5, but I just set that to wherever I feel like. Nope, I said it was your decision. I'm not gonna waste any more energy dragging my feet.
Yikes.
Besides, the drinks reception is technically part of the job as an official publicity event. So, if I bail on it, I might get sued for breach of contract.
She's
That would be
showing
a huge pain in the butt.
not happiness.
One other thing.
She said butt
Do you
too.
want to come with me?
Yes.
If you're free, I mean.
Mm-hmm. I see how it is.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
The ears, though. She's happy. Might have my massacre. I did that to Lyney, Lynette, and Fremine. Back when the fontaine patches were popping off. I think I also did it to Furina once. Some people were happy about it. Some people liked it. If you scroll through my live streams and you scroll down to like the beginning of Fontaine, you'll see some of my edited images.
There you are, Lynette. Where did you disappear to?
Twin maids,
Ione and I
hello?
have been looking everywhere for you.
ReZero vibes, except they're
Where did you
identical.
get the cat?
I found her outside. Do either of you happen to recognize her?
I don't think so. Could belong to one of the guests, I suppose.
Fair enough. It was a long shot.
So sorry we couldn't help you, Lynette.
Don't worry. We'll ask around for you. Leone's probably just being forgetful.
Maybe you could leave her with us. we'll take her to the reception desk and see if they know anything.
Because time is money, Jack.
And if
And
not,
people don't care about
we'll
the
just keep looking.
grunt
Sure.
workers.
I would help, but I'm a little preoccupied. Sorry to dump this on you.
It's no trouble at all. We're happy to help however we can.
Also, if it's no trouble, I mean, could we maybe get an autograph? And maybe a photo too?
Hey, aren't you in your work clothes though?
Leone, you can't spring that on her now. Not while she's working. At least wait until the event's finished.
Yikes.
One last thing, Lynette. Director Mariu's looking for you. We'll take the cat to the front desk now.
Mariu?
See you later.
Sounds a lot like Mario.
I'm not usually required at these kinds of events, so I don't even have an event mode.
Event mode, yikes.
Alright, guess I'd better go see the director.
Every introvert ever.
Spectacular choreography, a masterpiece of mise en scène, and the performance, oh my, groundbreaking, dripping with
Je ne sais quoi. Oh my gosh.
Congratulations on another magnificent show, sir.
I'm gonna cringe at the French, am I?
Yes, I for one was particularly captivated by the clear.
You drank some
allegorical
what time did you
narrative
drink
undertones.
coffee?
The Lost Puppet shines a spotlight on the impact of technological advances in our modern society, particularly as they relate to changing modes of emotional expression and the challenge of mutual intelligibility. Such a pioneering work, so far ahead of its time. A tour de force of avant-garde theater.
I can already see the headlines of tomorrow's newspapers.
Who are all these
They will
people?
certainly be singing your praise, Director Mariu.
But it was a group effort, of course. To convey emotions in a silent show with no
What a
facial
beard.
expressions, the entire cast had to go above and beyond. Everyone truly outdid themselves.
Speaking of the cast, Jillian, another strong performance from you in Director Mariu's latest show, as of course we've all come to expect from your numerous successful collaborations today.
That's quite an overstatement. I've only ever played supporting roles.
I need to really know
On
what the
that
importance
point,
of this
you
scene
stated a
is.
few months ago in an interview that you were looking to secure a leading role in your next show. What led you to the decision to stay in a supporting role this time around?
We had a discussion about this, and while Lynette hadn't previously performed in an acting role, we were blown away by her talent, and she was a perfect fit for this character.
What does this all
Quite
mean?
simply, this was the role she was born to play.
A puppet. Wow.
Exactly. I was honored to share the stage with her. Lynette worked extremely hard in all of the rehearsals, and she's an incredibly talented actress.
Oh yeah, people, we haven't had a hangout in a while.
Lynette's back!
Hey,
If I get a good
where have you
ending,
been?
Were you in standby mode?
if I get a bad ending, I have to do a
Some reports say
10 pull
you switched that state to a charge
on my
after a
first
show.
run.
Ah, method acting, of course. Such a compelling portrayal of a mechanical puppet could only be achieved by an actor who lives and breathes their role even while offstage.
Those seemingly stilted movements were in fact an inspired portrayal of the character. The ostensibly bad acting, in reality, was the product of supreme acting skill.
Wait, what?
Oh, I went outside and there was this cat there, so I played with the cat for a bit.
A cat? We've long heard that you are a kind soul, as well as an incredible actress.
Bruh.
No wonder your debut performance has garnered such
I feel so sorry for Lynette having to
This
go
show
through
looks
all
on
of this
track to
jumbo,
break box office records for avant-garde theater.
all this crap talk right
Lynette,
now.
any words for the fans?
Not really, no.
Oof.
I believe Lynette is trying to say that the act of performance itself is the actor's true means of connecting with their fans.
Hello?
Oh, I see. Lynette, any comments?
Right, exactly.
But don't you want the fans to know how you're feeling right now after the hugely successful opening of your first ever show?
This is getting
That's
awkward.
True.
I'm sure the fans would love to learn a bit more about you too.
How interesting.
Oh, we're doing this again? Chat. Which one should I pick? Did I pick one on the edge this time? Surely if I pick the same one as last time, it won't be the same number. You know what, let's pick this one. Okay. An auto reply buy up.
Oh, really? I'm so sorry. How rude of me.
Huh? Wait, you're the traveler who's been in the news. Did you come to see the show?
Wow, are you a fan of Lynette too? Do you have any comments on her
Wait.
first performance?
What does that mean, Vix?
Yeah, it's just... Turns out, even with you here to share the load, I can't cope with this stuff, even
I
in
don't think we
tea
really
party
shared the load. Everyone was just focused on you.
mode. It's a power-saving mode for participating in conversation at tea parties. Normally, I can get through an entire conversation just with, oh, that's true, and how interesting. But at a tea party, I'm not normally subjected to a constant stream of questions.
There must be a
Of that
catch.
interview just now was 3 times as much as the average tea party. I think I'd rather pray that I never have to do it again.
So true, Lynette.
Lynette, Director Mariu would like you to join the group photo to commemorate the successful opening of the show.
You mean strokes with your
photo?
typing?
It's just the members
Please
of the
say you
troupe,
mean typing.
along with Maloney and Corentin. Everyone's waiting for you.
I hope we get to see a
Alright
bit of this movie that she starred
See
in
you
or
in a
whatever.
minute.
Or a play. I don't even know if it's a play or a
3,
movie. I think it's a
2,
movie.
1, smile.
My thanks to each and every one of you here for your help in making The Lost Puppet a success. The group photo is already being
I see.
printed as I speak. You can collect your copy from the first
Is it an
floor
old
after the drinks
car?
reception concludes. May it serve as a reminder of this fabulous performance every time you see it.
Mariu! Get over here. Let's have another drink. There's a few things I need you to glance
Interesting.
over for me.
I thought the group photo was the final hurdle. Well, at least there's no more people hounding me with questions. I just need to find somewhere to switch to standby mode, and the time will fly by.
Yeah, hope.
I hope.
I guess we're going up. Actually. I knew it. I knew it. There we go. Only 10 ingredients? Lame. I see. Well, how kind of them. Wait, cannot using culinary. Oh, I wanted to place it. How old's your old car? Interesting. Maybe I made the image. Or made image. Honestly, it doesn't look that bad.
As wonderfully sweet as ever.
You're guessing Furina's here
Lynette?
too. Nice.
Oh, wait, hold on.
What do you mean, managed to get an invite? I'm an expert in the dramatic arts. Of course I was invited. Naturally, people wanted to hear my comments on the emerging art form that is the masked mime show.
Wait, masked mime show? Lynette was masked?
Remarkable. And a very worthwhile
I
artistic
saw it, Mei Mei.
endeavor. Exploring a character with
said it
no
looks
lines
good.
or facial expressions who can only communicate how they feel through their movement. Your performance was beyond anything I could have imagined, Lynette. Clearly, this was a very suitable role for you indeed. Basically, I think I'd give it a positive review overall, just not as gushing as the crowd downstairs.
I would use it if you removed the live
You
and
thought
the
they were pretty
text,
over the top too.
and I'll just use the image and put on my own text and put on my own
fairness,
live.
It's normal to bring along some vocal supporters for publicity when a new show opens, but still, this was something else.
Also, it's
Then again, I'm no specialist in avant-garde theater. Maybe I'm just not well acquainted with their review criteria. Or maybe it's because I came to the show with some preconceived expectations. I did happen to see the original draft
think
of
about the 6 likes,
Maryu's
let's go.
script a while back.
What original draft?
Oh? He didn't show it to you? It must have been a few months ago. He came to me to get some advice from an experienced performer's perspective, and then asked if I could write a few reviews of his new play. I had a lot on my plate at the time, so I had to turn him down. I only skimmed a few sections, but they seemed quite different from the final
congratulations,
version.
Derp.
I can't say I remember the plot, but I don't know. The protagonist just seemed more complex, I guess. Especially in the last two scenes.
Old car
Still
year.
a mechanical puppet on the outside, of course, but she seemed to have more emotional depth on the inside.
Emotional depth?
Oh, I'm just thinking aloud here. Don't take it to heart. Besides, a script and a play are two very different beasts. There are so many fine details to consider when turning a story into a stage production. More than most people could imagine. Especially with a novel art form like a masked mime show. I'm sure Maryu had his reasons for the changes he made. Change of topic. I see you've escaped the crowds
Wait, you're
to seek
stealing?
refuge on the second floor. Fame can be overwhelming at first, can't it? Perhaps you'd benefit from hearing about the experiences of a veteran celebrity such as myself.
No thanks, I'm good. Pretty sure this will be my first and last time in this situation.
I did, didn't I?
At least let me finish. I have top tips on dealing with belligerent reporters, slipping away to hunt down snacks during the intermission.
Tell me everything.
Bruh.
First, take a seat, mon ami. We must partake
When
of
the heck did
Hotel
Furina
de
pop
Boer's
up? Like
fine
2 minutes
desserts as
ago?
we talk, lest they go to waste.
Of course, it's an acting related thing. Of course Furina's gonna get herself involved.
That was very educational.
Instead of a Lynette hangout, maybe it's gonna turn into a Furina hangout instead.
I expect most of the people downstairs have left by now. Time to grab my copy of the group photo and get home.
Y'all didn't touch the cake though. Yes, you were. Too busy trying to figure out car makes and whatnot. Wait, where's the envelope?
The photo must be in this envelope right here. It's finally over.
Oh dear.
Thank you for sticking around for so long. If it
Also,
wasn't
how
for
big is this
you,
image?
don't
I
know
really
how I would
hope
have
this
standby
is
moded my way through the last few hours.
1920 by 1080. Because if it's not, we have big issues. That's true, you were correct.
It's fine. It's just... It was such a minor thing. While I was on stage, there was a moment when I felt like someone was looking at me.
Wait, someone's stalking you?
It
Does
was
Lynette have
only
a
for an
stalker?
instant, and I didn't even
I
see
swear,
who it
if she
was.
does and it's Lyney, I swear.
But somehow, I knew it was a look of contempt. I got a vague sense of it again during the reception. Like someone was giving me an evil stare.
Oh, evil stare? Not Lyney.
But I couldn't figure out who it was.
Wait, what? Maybe it's that actress.
Normally, I'm used to lurking in the shadows on the stage and spying on
For a
other
moment.
people. So, it was strange. Feeling like I was the one being spied on this time.
Wow, the tables have been turned, haven't they?
Or someone just took a disliking to me for no real reason. Sometimes you can like one person and dislike another for equally pointless reasons.
That's true.
Anyway, it was just a momentary stink eye, that's all. Nothing for you to worry about. Okay, problem solved. I'm gonna take this envelope and go home now. You have destroyed this work of art. Step down from the leading role at once. Based on the tone, I'd say threat letter is right.
Wow, it got serious. How is this a hangout? This is This is worse than Barbara's threats. Does it matter? Yes. The size does matter.
I don't think we're gonna find any more clues here. Yes, let's. Whatever destroyed
In this case,
means,
size matters.
It could have something to do with the original script that Furina mentioned. Also, I'm gonna have to ask you to stick around a while longer.
I can't believe how well the whole Lynette's debut acting role thing worked out. Even the avant-garde
Hi,
box
Vix.
office is lapping it up.
How could I ever have doubted you? If you hadn't stuck to your guns.
See? I told you. All the times she'd refused in the past were all the more reason to keep inviting her, because it turns into a big talking point. Can you imagine if you'd gone with Jillian? You'd have been lucky to get half the ticket sales you've ended up with.
Damn.
True. Well, Jillian still needs to get a few more productions under her belt.
Do you have a moment, Director Mario?
Oh!
Ah, if it isn't the star of the show! We were just talking about you.
I feel bad
and
for
is that the legendary traveler with you?
Wait, you know about me
Guessing
too?
you're here to discuss the show with the director? Oh, you're a talented and hardworking actress, Lynette. It's no wonder you're getting such rave reviews.
I feel bad for that. Unnatural, yeah, it does feel a lot. Suggests he's not. Man, this is
I'll
like
leave you artists to
this is like
discuss
LA
your
Noir
work in
level.
peace. Maryu, make sure you give your star performer and her friend your full attention.
I certainly will. Lynette carries the fortunes of our entire troupe on her shoulders.
Not quite the right size, but I think I can make this work. Should I keep it as Meow Hangout?
Mr. Maloney.
What do you think, chat?
An investor or something, I think.
You like Mario, the
never asked
director? Ain't no way. Is it the beard?
So,
Is it because
what can I
he
do
looks
for the two of you?
middle-aged?
I'm
Bro.
afraid I'll have to dash soon as I'm meeting some friends from the newspaper. Otherwise, I'd love to stay longer.
We heard that the original script for The Lost Puppet was quite different from the final show. I'm kind of curious to know what the protagonist was like in that version.
Oh, well, this is a surprise.
Keep it as Meow
I
Hangout?
didn't
Okay.
think you'd be interested in that sort of thing. It's not uncommon for scripts to undergo major changes as they're being brought to the stage. But I'm afraid there's not much to tell you in this case. The protagonist has stayed the same from the beginning to end. A mechanical puppet with a bumbling body but a sensitive soul. A stranger in time who doesn't belong. There's no doubt about it. You are the protagonist, and the protagonist is you. The success of one is the success of the other, and that's what made this show an artistic triumph.
Sorry, you've lost me. Can you put it in plain words?
All right then. Delving deep in the search of core truths is the job of an artist, after all. You shouldn't give your attention to early drafts of the script, Lynette. All it would do is sow confusion where you already have clarity. The current script is the final version because it is the best version, and your performance best brings that script to life. Why, if it weren't for you, I doubt any audience would give our show the time of day. What letter? Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness.
Destroyed this work of art? Really?
It's so much.
Well, Director Mario,
What do we think of the
any
new
idea
thumbnail
who might
chat?
have written it?
No. Who on earth would write such nonsense?
Why did you hesitate before you said nonsense? Hello?
Absolutely not. Without Lynette, this show would be over. Everyone's hard work would go to waste. No, there's no way that this is someone from the troupe.
Yeah, maybe Jillian could fill in for me for a while.
What? No way, out of the question. The protagonist has to be played by Lynette.
Why?
Jillian can't... She's just not what the audience is looking for. Ah, I've got it. It's a competitor. Yes, this letter must be from a competitor of ours who's trying to get under Lynette's skin. You can't lie low. That's just what they want you to do. The
He
moment
doesn't
you
sound
step back
French
from
to me.
performing, they'll put their rumor mill into overdrive and drag us through the mud. They're just
When he
waiting
says
for
some
their chance
French
to
words, I
kick us
cringe
while
because
we're
he
down.
doesn't sound French
A competitor?
to me.
Really?
Definitely. Those lowlifes.
And I should know, because I
Slander
speak
and
with people
libel
from
are all their
France.
specialties. They drown out the truth with a flood of misinformation, and they stop at nothing once they get riled up. There's so many of them out there. Fame always seems to attract haters, no matter what you do to try and keep everyone happy. But don't worry, I will get to the bottom of this. Stay strong, Lynette.
That's
and
not a
keep up the
French
good work on
accent.
stage. I have to go and meet my friends from the newspapers now, but rest assured, I'll be discussing countermeasures with them.
It leans towards being more English-ish
So, a competitor.
than French.
I kinda doubt it. We've dealt with those types before.
Shouldn't you be my neighbor
Usually their
and
goal
Canadian
is to
as
steal
well,
our
May
venue
May?
for their own
Come on
show,
now.
Or to cover up a scandal by planting a story
You're
to divert
slipping.
public attention.
You're slipping pretty hard
But
today.
at the moment, I don't think anyone's got a reason to do any of that stuff. Let alone pull a stunt
Same
like this.
thing. You're out of your
The threat letter
mind.
is quite extreme. Besides, when I felt that evil stare, I'm pretty sure it was coming from somewhere backstage.
Can I be half Canadian?
So that rules out a lot of people. I'm actually more concerned about Mario. When I mentioned Jillian, his reaction was pretty unusual. Especially since Maloney
No
mentioned
way.
that the initial plan was to cast Jillian as the lead. Sounds like there was an original protagonist
No minds
as well
here?
as an original script.
Is this a normal occurrence or is it because
I
it's
should
Monday?
probably go talk to her. Yep. She told me she lives in the Fleuve Sandra.
Ooh. Huh? May May, you're not Ace. Hello? It's not like she's here. Do I need to lure in Ace that she has competition now? What is this? Hey, no way. Oh, we're going there. This is where she lives.
Lynette? What are you doing? You're not welcome here.
Wow,
I've been to the
rude.
Sandra plenty of times before. This is the first I'm hearing about me not being welcome.
Things are different around here. You might be used to a crowd of bootlicking morons fawning over you wherever you go, but not down here. We know what you are.
What?
Bootlicking morons?
Holy smokes.
I don't know. I've never met this kid before.
Gina, stop that! Go home now!
Jillian!
No buts. How many times do I have to tell you? That had nothing to do with Lynette. If you don't leave right now, I swear I'll never invite you to one of my shows ever again.
That's basically what she meant with that's basically what she meant.
Just because Lady Furina speaks highly of you, it doesn't mean you're all that.
Oh, Gina's a fan of the other actress.
I'm so sorry.
Of Jillian.
Gina's always been a strong-willed child.
That's why.
That's why I never let her visit me at work.
Yikes.
It's okay. I have younger siblings too, so I get it. She's in her rebellious phase, huh? If you let angsty kids get you riled up, they'll drain all your energy. So don't worry. I won't let it get to me.
Well, the situation's a little different in this case, but still, thank you.
We heard about it from Maloney. He said you were originally supposed to play the lead.
Maloney, huh? Of course he couldn't keep his mouth shut.
Yikes.
I'm sorry. I never mentioned it because Director Mariu was very clear that I mustn't let any of it affect you. What's this?
Surprised? And doubt? Oh, I think she knows who it is.
I don't know, who would do something like this?
Don't be scared, Jillian. Just tell us what you know.
Okay, I'll try. It's true. I was originally cast as the lead in the Lost
So much for
Puppet.
a hangout. This is like an
I worked with Director
investigation.
Mariu many times before.
Which
but only in
hangouts
minor
actually
roles.
felt
The
datey?
audiences and critics.
Maybe this is just the route I
never had
take.
much to say about me. Nothing terrible, but nothing amazing either. A few months ago, Mariu started working on a new show, so I
Hello?
plucked up the courage to ask him if I could take the
How is
leading role.
Jillian sexual? Hello?
He was hesitant, but he agreed to let me try for the part. We did a few rehearsals, everything seemed to be going okay, but then...
I mean, there's Perfume Lady.
There's been a change of plan, Jillian. The leading role will now be played by Lynette.
Lynette? But she always turns these
Her
things down,
voice?
doesn't
Her
she?
voice is not sexy. It's normal.
And that's why we
You need to
cannot
go out
afford
more,
to
May
waste
May.
this opportunity. Jillian, I understand how you must be feeling. But Maloney and myself have to do what's best for the production as a whole.
Borker!
Next time,
Hello.
the lead will be yours. I promise.
I was incredibly disappointed at first.
Oh, is it raining?
But I also know full well that I don't have Lynette's star
Well,
power.
at least that's one way to get wet.
Without Lynette, how could we ever convince people to pay money to go and see a masked mime show?
No,
And if the show
normal is
was a
just
flop
normal.
With me in the leading role, how would I answer to the director and the rest of the cast? Then, I got to meet you on stage and found that you're really down
It's
to earth,
neutral.
in a way that not many celebrities are. You were kind to everyone, and your performance wasn't bad.
Hello? No, it's so
Whatever
normal.
disappointment I had left at that point, I certainly wasn't about to take it out on you.
By wasn't bad,
Hey, Borks.
you mean it wasn't great either. So, I'm guessing Mariu changed the script
Think
to
of it as something
simplify
likes
the
too.
protagonist. Make her a dumbed-down version of the mechanical puppet that I could actually play.
He did make some changes to the script, yes? Jaik, one of the other actors. He likes to collect Dr. Mariu's old drafts because he hopes to be a director himself one day. He also lives nearby. I can arrange for you to meet him at the tavern.
Makes sense. I always see him talking to Mariu. Alright, see you at the tavern then.
See you at the tavern. Do 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 do. I wouldn't say normal is sexy. Normal can be attractive, especially if you're just so tired of like stuff not being not normal and then being like not to your liking. But I would never call normal sexy. I would call normal possibly attractive. Because sometimes you're just so tired of all the weird stuff in your life or whatever that something normal in your life just feels very either attractive or you just gravitate towards it because you want something more grounded. That's my take. You want to watch VTubers again? Don't do that to yourself, Mei.
Jillian brought me up to speed on the
You fixed yourself or healed up. Don't succumb to it.
You're after.
You don't need it.
That's always the way with pen and paper drafts. Even the final script.
Don't dive back into that.
Changes by the director.
You're better than this, Mei.
There should be a cleaner copy of the original script in here somewhere. Sorry, it's all a bit mixed up. I just grabbed the whole stack of paper since I was in a rush.
No problem. Now activating
the double
search mode.
thumbs up.
I'll go
Ain't
through
no
one
way.
page at a time.
Who? No, there's nothing in... Oh, wait, I have to do the RNG thing the whole time? Really? Oh. Okay. There's nothing necessarily wrong. There's definitely some that are really bad. I just feel like when you, I mean, I can't really say this since I don't show my face, but a lot of people that don't show their face just feel like they can get away with more, and they technically can because they don't show their face, and some of the VTubers are just beyond toxic. Wow. Okay, I'll take that. But I don't know many of them by name or by face. I just hear stories of some of them. It is kind of crazy. Yeah, we'll go to the edge. Oof. Oh, that worked? Nice. I hope I don't have to pay attention to all of this. Now you need to know the rest of the story, Anya? Nice. Well, that worked out.
The protagonist returns to the ruins where she began and performs a dance in honor of her deceased companions. She dances until her joints have rusted stiff and mechanical parts are falling from her body. Yep. That's not something a novice could hope to pull off after just a few months of rehearsals.
I will only watch clips of some of them, but otherwise, nah.
Frankly, I think that the original script is much better, and the original lead is the best fit. Jillian, shall I go tell Mariu to put you back in the leading role?
What? Are you serious? But the next show is at the Opera Epiclese. It's such a huge opportunity.
But not such a rare one for me, though, right?
That's different. This isn't you as part of a magic duo. It's a chance to star as the main character in a show. You'll reach whole new heights of fame.
Fame in small doses has its perks, but too much and I'll get overloaded.
Yikes.
But if you play the lead, the fame will be yours, and I get to be free. Sounds like a win-win, don't you think?
Looks like you're gonna have to go after her, Anya.
There's no way Director Mariyu or Maloney would ever agree to it.
See, this is why you don't need VTubers in your life,
All the
Mei.
marketing materials, and that would mean asking Maloney
For that
a lot more
reason.
Mora. Changing actors at the last minute is just too risky. If anything went wrong, it could bankrupt the whole troupe. Plus, Maloney's friends have already published
Monarch
a ton
and
of
Sayu are
articles
good
saying how
ones.
this is the role that Lynette was born to play.
They're also professional
No one else
voice
can play the
actors,
protagonist
and
now.
one of them also sings, so,
Lynette
you
quit the
know,
show and
they're fine.
I took her place. If Lynette left, they'd sooner
Monarch,
stop the whole
Monarch
show
is
than
kind
let
of
me take her
chaotic, though.
place.
I only watch her
Stop
shorts.
The whole show?
Crazy.
But all the people in the troupe, months and months of everyone's hard work would all be for nothing.
Oh my gosh, do I have to... Okay, this one. Nice. Shigo or Shego?
You do?
What language is this?
What
If
is
it's
it?
English? If it's English, Shigo. If it's like more leaning towards Japanese, Shigo. I guess. Shigo or
That's a
Shigo?
bold plan. I'm in.
Ain't no way.
You know, it's a little crazy, but it might actually work.
No way. It's not worth taking such a huge risk just for a chance to be in the spotlight.
Jillian, you said before, whatever disappointment I had left, I wasn't about to take out on you. In other words, that
No,
disappointment
I
is
have
still
not.
there, but you've kept it bottled up inside. Be honest. You still hope to play the leading
DM
role,
me the short.
don't you?
But the thought of putting
There
so
you
many
go.
people out just for my sake?
Does she have like a lisp when she
You think
says
they'd
it?
be put
Yikes.
That's not how I see it.
Jillian, you were more dedicated than anyone during the rehearsals for the original script. We all saw how hard you worked for this role. And I think you know that unless
No.
we decide to make a stand
Bruh.
here, the path we're on is only going to take us further and further from our dreams, all of us. So take it from me, you would not be putting us out. Not one bit.
You guys... Okay. Let's do it. I will play my part.
Yes! I knew you'd come around. All right, I'll let the rest of the troupe know and we'll start preparing immediately.
Wonderful. This solves everything.
Wait,
Does it though?
but what about the threat letter? Do you have any idea who sent it?
As long as we stick to the plan, I'll give up the lead role, so it won't matter anymore, right?
But surely you want to know who it's from. If they're out there and no one's keeping an eye on them, what if they come looking for you?
I doubt they will. It's supposed to be a threat, but they didn't even say what would happen if I don't meet their demands. Plus,
I'm
the
worried.
handwriting is kinda childish. Doesn't look like a professional intimidator to me.
Let me watch this real quickly.
How do you pronounce Shigo? Why are you asking me how to pronounce Shigo? Monarch thinks Shigo is something.
Oh?
Hold on.
How do I pronounce what?
You know what I'm talking about. What is her name?
Who snitched to you? That's what I want to know.
Don't worry about that. Answer the
No.
question.
No.
Answer the question.
No. Who the
Multiple- You
snitched?
can go back on the live reply. I don't give a shit. How do you say her name?
It's Shiego, like Diego. It's not Shigo.
Yeah.
Shigo? She gone? So dumb.
Do you know why her name is Shigo?
No.
Because she ego. Because of her
That's-
ego.
That's dumb.
You
I don't like
thought
it.
her name was Diego. That is
Diego.
The dumbest. Where is the I?
No.
What do you mean,
It's
no?
not the eye. It's me.
You've seen Kim Possible.
Don't do this to me.
Diego.
I love this woman. But
Clearly
it's horrible.
not enough
no,
to
this
pronounce
is,
her name
this
right.
is breaking me inside. I love Shiego.
It's
That was my
Shiego.
awakening.
I know. No. No! I'm on Sayu's side of this. Where's the eye? Every Spanish person is slapping their hand to their forehead and dying inside.
Who knows? Maybe it was just a fan of yours having a moment.
Also, if she's a fan of that character and she watched the cartoon, wouldn't she have heard her name being said in the cartoon? Bro. Bro. No. Why you gotta ruin my day like this, Mei?
A fan? Of me?
Maybe there's someone out there who really appreciates your talent, even in the supporting roles.
Oof.
It's getting late. We should be leaving.
Wow, we missed on that
Come
one.
on.
That's a yikes. Okay. That's not even how you spell it if it's Shiego. If it's Shiego, it's S-H-I-E-G-O, like Diego. Hello? You're not even spelling it properly. No one did they? Bruh. Cursed. If it's E-I, it's Shiego. That was Gina, wasn't it?
Sorry for manhandling you. You looked like you were seconds away from figuring out who sent the letter, so I had to act fast. It was Gina, Jillian's sister.
It was.
Just because Lady Furina speaks highly of you, it doesn't mean you're all that.
I'm so sorry. Gina's always been a strong-willed child. That's why I never let her visit
Shiego or
me.
Shago? Shiego definitely has a pretty decent ring to it, but it ain't right. It's incorrect. Find a different character that's named Shiego.
I guess she must have snuck into the drinks reception and overheard our conversation with Furina. She idolizes Jillian, both as an older sister and an actress. And she watched as the dream role Jillian had been waiting to play for so long got snatched away from her by some amateur who's never acted before. To make matters worse, all the critics were hailing this amateur as a perfect fit for the role, and even Fontaine's former biggest star was praising her abilities. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Sounds like a... You know what, Gina? You belong in Twitter.
Like I said, getting
That's what I'm
angry at
saying.
angsty teenagers is draining.
Yeah, angsty teenagers on Twitter. That's basically what Gina is. Has there
If it
been a
was my younger
fight?
brother or sister, and
There's no
they
way.
found out
How is it
I'd been
pronounced in the
treated
cartoon?
unfairly
That's the
or had
official way. No
opportunities
argument
stolen
there.
from me, they'd definitely do something far worse. I was in Jillian's position once. Back when Lyney and I were starting out, before we got famous, we just had to take things a day at a time. Doing our shows, slowly trying to build up our reputation. So I can understand Gina's frustration. Still, she could definitely use some pro tips on how to write a threat letter.
Damn.
No, the way she looks at me is indignant, frustrated,
that a
but
person?
not malicious. Plus, she didn't even try to hide how she felt. Whoever was giving me that evil stare was backstage. Blending into the crowd at a drinks reception is one thing, but trying to blend in backstage, where everyone's on high alert waiting to be called on stage, would be a lot more difficult. We'll find out who it is before too long. In 2 days' time, at the next
2 days?
show, I think it will become very clear. On that note, guess I'll see you at the Opera House. Bye for now.
Toodaloo. Fighting about today? What were they fighting about more specifically? Diego is the fun way. Diego definitely sounds like a more fun word to say than Shago.
Adventuring underground is way more fun than I thought.
I'll give you that. Oh, wait until... Okay, well, actually... We're going to the Epiclese, aren't we? Do-do-do-do. Do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. 2 days at 4. Okay. We're gonna get here. New day. New day. Oh, there's been multiple shorts? Oh no. That's problematic. But there is an official way of saying it, and I'm pretty sure Monarch is wrong.
Next on the agenda.
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of opera. No two cases are...
Ooh, Asta! I didn't realize you renewed your membership 2 days ago. Nice. Thank you. She did? Accidentally? She knows it's right. She's just trying to start something. Ain't no way.
You're here. Lynette and Jillian are busy getting ready, so please come with me.
Imagine if Jacques or Yike or however you pronounce his name is actually one of the bad people in the ruins.
That puppet in the middle, is that Lynette? She's so pretty.
Ain't no way.
It's starting. Keep your voice down.
Wow, I thought it would be hard to follow, but in the end it was actually very clear.
Even though her face was expressionless and she didn't speak the whole time, I felt like I could really understand how the protagonist was feeling.
Ain't no way. What?
Director Mariyu really
way
is
to
a
argue.
master of his craft. And so is the actress in the lead role.
I have a friend who saw the show on the opening day. They thought the critics overstated how good it was, but I gotta say, the protagonist is incredible.
I can't believe it's only been a few days since the
You can't
last
relate
show.
to the audience,
Lynette's
yikes.
improved so much. Just wow. I'm speechless.
Really?
Words simply cannot do justice to the sheer excellence we witnessed from Lynette on stage today.
Your
wasn't
penchant
Lynette.
for the hyperbolic strikes again, Almery. Clearly, you weren't at a loss for words when you were writing your article. I saw you hand it to the journalist. Trying to get your critique into the papers the moment the show is over, are you?
Well, you know how it is. The early critics get all the readers. Wouldn't you agree, Mariyu?
What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? The first half was a huge success. Even I could tell the acting was top
I mean, a lot of the
tier.
show in this case was
apologies,
skipped.
Mr. Maloney. Please,
To save time.
excuse me for a second.
Oh, very, very well. Hey,
I don't really care about these guys talking.
Are you guys sure this is gonna work? What if Director Mariyu pushes back?
Oh, he will.
We're already halfway there. We can't back out now. All we need to do is stick to the plan.
What is
Are you
this
gonna use
plan
that to
you're so
blackmail them,
intent
Anya?
on hiding from me?
Director Mariyu, I thought you were talking to Maloney and the critics.
Korantan and Armory have both finished their articles. I went to greet them as a mere formality, but you seem to have availed yourselves of my absence during the first half to defy me. What have you done? Was that really Lynette playing the lead role?
Ta-da!
Director Mariyu, I was the one playing the lead role just now.
I switched costumes and masks with Jillian so that I could be the protagonist's companion and stay out of the limelight.
Lynette, why on earth would you do this?
Because...
You know my acting is amateur. The only reason I'm being seen as a pro, let alone a pioneer, is because you have critics supporting the show. If they'd seen me in the leading role during the first half, they wouldn't be expecting anything more. But what happens now that they've seen Jillian in the role? If you force me to play the lead in the second half, they'll be wondering, why is the actress suddenly giving such an underwhelming performance right at the climax of the whole story?
Ooh.
These are just some of the questions that will be on everyone's minds during the second half. And those questions will follow them out the
Shakespeare
doors
plays
of the
are harder
theater
to
after the
understand
show
because you need
ends.
to read between the lines, and you need to understand the Old English.
There's only one way for you to save your reputation. And that's to keep Jillian as the lead all the way to the end.
Absolutely not. I'd sooner announce that we're having technical difficulties and need to stop the show.
Why is that?
If I keep Jillian as the lead for the second half, what do you think will happen in the curtain call when she takes her mask off? Everyone will see that we've changed actors. What will your fans think? They're only here because of you. And what about all the critics who support you? If we get on the wrong side of them, it'll be the death of the whole show.
That sounds like a you problem.
Tickets to refund, fines to pay for breach of contract.
Hey,
the
May.
whole troop's hard work would go down the drain. Don't you see how much this would cost us?
You definitely
You can't
don't.
just take a
I'm
job
saying
on a
that
whim,
with
then
sarcasm.
abandon your responsibility the moment you don't feel like doing it anymore. You're playing
Ow.
games with other people's hopes and dreams.
Director Mariyu, please. You're not being fair to
I'll
Lynette.
add you to the
Actually,
server.
Jillian,
I don't know.
he's
I don't
half
really
right.
give roles
I did
anymore.
kind of take this on a whim. But my responsibility here is making sure you get back the role that belongs to you.
And I guess part of
Lyney's
that
here, too.
responsibility lies with me, considering I badgered you into accepting the job. Sorry I'm a little late to the show. Work's been keeping me pretty busy lately.
Lyney? What do you want? Do you think you can snap your fingers and make all my problems magically disappear?
You probably could.
That might be a little tricky, but instead, I could make something else magically appear.
Totally don't. The way that you add totally
What's this?
gives it an air of sarcasm when I read it.
A draft complaint letter, my contract, your legal fees, reimbursement for the tickets, and an advance on the penalty fee for breach of contract. Mr. Mariyu, I'm stepping down from the leading role, regardless of whether you choose to cancel the rest of today's show.
If you do suffer unforeseen financial losses from this, you're free to seek damages as per the contract. And if you want to file a lawsuit, there's a draft here that you can use if you need it.
What?
The guy got wounds.
I can't believe this. You're literally handing me a lawsuit against you with a straight face.
Yep.
Of course. All this Mora, it's a pittance to you, isn't it? Must be nice to have the luxury of prior success and fame. Look at us.
As long as the parents
We're
don't know.
huge
Yikes.
stars. One minute we want to go on stage. The next we feel like backing out of the contract. But that's okay. We're famous. We can afford it. You have no respect for other people's work. You're treating other people's hopes and dreams like a big joke. You don't give a hoot how much this show means to other people. You don't even care that the whole production might have to shut down because of you.
That's not true. I do care. And I'm under no illusion as to how much this show means to you.
But...
Oh, brilliant deduction there. Of course it means a lot to me. This is my show. That's the only reason I asked you to be in it in the first place.
Really? Then why do your eyes tell a different story? The way you look at me, it's
Look.
full of contempt.
Oh, he gave you
Almost
the
as
lead
if
role.
I've destroyed your work of art.
What? I would never think that.
A couple days ago, I asked some associates to do some digging for me.
Well, look at you
I
go,
was
Anya.
interested to know who else you invited to play the lead apart from Lynette. Surprise, surprise. Turns out that all the other famous actresses you asked either had prior commitments or weren't a good fit for the role. They all turned you down.
Oof.
And I would have turned you down too, if not for an unlikely set of coincidences.
You didn't send those invitations because you were looking for a better actress than Jillian, but because your investor wanted a big name in your show, right?
Yep.
Director Maryu.
To get Maloney on your side, you chose to make Jillian the understudy, and then look for an opportunity for her to take the lead.
I bet you were torn at first, weren't you? Do you stick to the tried and tested formula? Choose Lynette, use her celebrity to get the critics on your side so that you and your investors can line your
Clearly
pockets?
best babysitter of the year.
Or do you choose Jillian, so that you and your longtime collaborator can stage the show of your dreams, the original, unedited version of The Lost Puppet?
Oh, I didn't betray myself.
Yes, you did.
You mentioned prior success and fame earlier, but you're a well-known director yourself, with countless works to your name. Wouldn't that make you successful too? Or maybe, deep down, none of your current achievements really count as success to you.
Right now, you have an opportunity to send Jillian onto that stage and perform the second half as you always imagined it, faithful to your original script. Your work would be displayed for all of Fontaine to see in its true, perfect form.
Did you say perfect?
Or will you act now before Maloney and the critics can protest and make your dream come true on the stage? And Jillian's dream.
Sounds like quite the deal.
The dreams of the whole troupe.
The whole troupe?
Director Maryu? Actually, most of the money Lyney brought came from us. We all chipped in.
We've worked with you for many years now. Your troupe has been here for you all the way from the empty theaters where we first performed to the opera house today. We watched as you slowly started down a path you used to despise. The path of powerful connections, drinks receptions, backdoor deals with critics, and collaborations based on fame instead of talent.
But this is just a temporary measure.
I doubt it.
I did it for the good of the troupe. And besides...
Yes, we know. Back when you started, you had to bite the bullet and do these things to keep the troupe afloat. But then what happened? You began to embrace these methods more and more, becoming so reliant on them that every show you put out is overhyped by the media, and every script you write is edited to suit some celebrity's needs. Surely you must have noticed what's happening. While we've been performing at bigger and bigger theaters with each show, the applause is getting quieter and quieter each night.
Yikes.
And the criticism from people who've seen the show is growing. Maloney's friends are sycophants. They don't care if the audience is disappointed because the show doesn't live up to their glowing reviews. They praise the things they like and skirt around the things they don't.
Look, I know everyone's using the same promotional tactics, but does that really make it okay?
Well, it's just a stopgap solution. As soon as I've made enough Mora, I'll stop. Things will be different next time. I promise.
Next time, huh? Yeah. Next time, you won't use your connections. Next time, you won't pay off the critics. Next time, you'll let Jillian play the lead.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. If you make some money once, you'll want to do it again, then again. Slowly but surely, you turn your back on your dreams.
So true.
I won't turn my back on my dreams any longer, Director Maryu. Never again.
Me neither.
Oh wait, no, 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lucky.
I had dreams too.
Act 3. Wait, what happened to Act 2?
Huh. The plot here seems a little different from what the reviews said.
The protagonist wanted to return to the stage, so the puppets replaced all her parts with the latest ones available, built her a grand opera house, and summoned a huge audience.
And in the end, she forgot herself amidst the applause and cheers of her fellow puppets.
Hey, no spoilers! Huh? Wait, hang on, that's not even what's happening. The set has changed back to the one from the first act.
Oh, Archons. Please let this work out.
Yeah, you're nervous,
No
aren't
need
you?
to be so nervous, Director Mariu. We only told you Lynette would be quitting the show to get you to make a decision. We wanted you to believe that this show would have to end after today, no matter what you decided. But in truth, I believe that if we choose our words carefully, there's no reason we can't get Maloney to come around and keep the show going.
You really thought this plan through.
Sing their little hearts out.
About what you've
Do
done.
they? I thought they watch stuff
What's
sometimes
worrying
and
now
like,
isn't
dude, are they
how
never
Maloney
quiet?
will react or whether the show will get cancelled. It's the audience. I've always thought the original script is better, but will it move them like I've always hoped? When Jillian does her curtain call, will they applaud her? What if people only came to see the show for Lynette? And because of the reviews, what if they don't really care about the show at all? It feels like I've been hiding inside my safe little castle for too long.
Indeed.
And now I'm scared to go outside the walls.
We're right here with you. We'll...
4 acts. Holy smokes, that's a long play.
Wow.
Oh, they don't?
Okay.
So you
this
can have
ending
peace of
is
mind.
Much better.
I love how they brought back the set from Act 1 and gave it a whole new meaning. What a fantastic twist.
Can we get a Lynette skin like this, please?
It's the moment of truth. Will the applause continue after I take off the mask? I could always leave my mask on. No one would ever know.
A masked Lynette skin would be great. Furina liked the show. That's a positive, right? Okay. Can we...
This is what fame looks like. When it's truly deserved.
There we go.
Jillian, you were amazing! Syra was tearing up when you did your final solo dance.
Solo dance?
Well, so are you.
Really? I was so nervous. My legs felt like they turned to jelly.
What looked like an actor unsteady on her feet was in fact a poignant expression of the protagonist's frailty in her last moments. Or whatever.
Hey, Mario! What the heck was that? Why wasn't Lynette playing the lead?
Our articles are already going to press. You better have a good explanation for this.
It was my...
Hey now, it was all of our...
Hold on. The decision was mine, and mine alone. They had nothing to do with it. If you have any concerns, gentlemen...
Marry you? So it was you? Well then, I trust you'll have no objection to me pulling the plug on this production.
Yeah, that's because you're making money out of it.
Director Mariu, Mr. Maloney, what on earth is going on? Why was Lynette not in the lead role? It took a lot of convincing from me for her to accept the role, and I had to turn down some big work opportunities to come and watch her performance today. You have some explaining to do.
Lyney, it was all his idea. Mariu, explain yourself.
Wait, Lyney, as a matter of fact, this was a piece of performance art. In this play, the masks and costumes serve to obscure the differences between characters. And by extension, the difference between human and machine. We took that idea to the next level with an actor
The double
spot,
thumbs up is kind of
blurring the
cute.
lines
I don't know
between
why I
one
like it so
performer and the
much.
next. So it's in service
Why do I like
of the
that?
ambitious artistic goals.
What?
It's similar to deceiving the audience in a magic show. We employed this technique as a means of breaking the fourth wall. It allows the audience to more intuitively
This is the most
understand
Lynette has
cognitive
ever
dissonance felt by the
talked. Holy
protagonist
smokes.
As a machine trying to reconcile the notion of her humanity.
But I'm gonna skip it.
Hold up. What?
Oh, I see. Well, bravo, Director Mariu.
That's probably more because you just don't really understand avant-garde art very well, Lyney.
Maybe so, maybe so. Well, perhaps...
You must have worked it out by the end of the first...
Yes, you're right. Director Mariu and I...
Yes, well, to deceive the audience, you must first deceive your closest companions.
You mean your show was partly inspired by Lynette's background in magic? Well, in that case, I'll have to plug it to everyone I know.
Ain't no way.
Unfortunately, I think Mr. Maloney is going to cancel the show.
Cancel the show?
While I accept that deceiving the audience in the manner you did certainly has artistic merit, this is not a magic show, and we don't want our audience demanding their money back.
A very valid criticism, and one that I humbly accept. If that happens, we're prepared to reimburse and apologize. Plus, it looks like Jillian is better than me at delivering the excellence people want to see. I'm sure audiences will be very happy with the show if she's allowed to stay in the leading role.
Maloney, I believe there should still be time to tweak my article. From the look on Lynette's face, I think she's being sincere.
Oh, one other thing.
Always with
We
the double
managed to
thumbs
get a
up.
meeting with Lady Furina earlier. All thanks to the Traveler's reputation, of course. Anyway,
I hope you get
she
paid for
agreed to
each
write a
cousin so you
review
get
focusing
double
on
pay
Jillian's
since it's
performance
2.
and the quality of the show as a whole. She promised to give her honest opinion, and I'm sure today's audience will be discussing her performance too. There's sure to be a variety of opinions.
Oh, I mean, art at its finest, clearly. But I'll have to give it some thought.
Oh, of course. Always good to put some thought into these things. Especially now, with the...
Quarantine, Amory, let's go.
Wait, more? Oh, that's unfortunate.
Thank you both so much. Without the two of you, who knows how much further down that cynical path I would have gone. I always told myself that once I'd made enough mora, I'd get back to doing what I love. Just like those critics with their dishonest reviews, I became all about the... You're right. Yeah, anyway, enough about my problems. I've been looking into it a lot over the past couple of days, but it doesn't seem like it was...
Ah, yes, about that.
Yeah, who was it?
Lynette, do you have a moment?
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
I'm sorry. Gina insisted on coming to see Lynette. I couldn't stop her.
Lynette, I'm sorry!
Called it. Wait and see how things play out. Yes.
That letter? I was the one who wrote it.
There we go.
What?
Gina? So it was you?
Director, it's time for... Oh, okay. Weird energy here.
Yikes.
I think we came at a bad time.
Each parent has at least 3 to 4 to 3
I-
kids. That's a lot of
Gina must
kids.
have been worried sick about me. I'm sure even she wouldn't do something so stupid if she was in her right mind. I'm so sorry. I promise.
Jillian, no! This is completely my fault, and I'm the one who should have to bear the consequence.
Well, since I haven't actually suffered any losses, seeking redress could be difficult. Maybe we could just let this one slide?
Really? Are you sure?
After all, Gina wouldn't be the first person to ever misjudge me, right?
True. True.
In any case, I think we can all agree it was a misunderstanding and nothing more.
But still, I was wrong to write that letter. I should own up to my act.
Oh my gosh, it's an ace!
Then
You missed out on the multiple thumbnail changes to the point where
Stage?
May
could
actually
always
made
use
me
an
the
extra
current one.
hand.
I just slightly
Plus,
added some
it'll
stuff
give
to
your
it.
older sister a chance to keep an eye on you.
You remember that
and stop
Lynette
you
face
getting
that
into
you
any
were
more
so
trouble.
happy about when I
Thank you,
messed up
Lynette.
with Lyney and Lynette and
Really.
Fremine's face?
Thank you so much.
That's what I used originally. And, well, no. First I messed up. I put Kirara. I thought it was Kirara's Hangout. I just remember it was a cat girl and I messed up. Then I quickly made the Lynette thing. No wonder it's so PG. I know, right? It's so PG. It's why I have, like, no viewers. Should I change it back?
Is it? I'm so much more at home here in the audience.
May left. Maybe I can put it
I
back.
get to
Should I
sit
put
on
it
a
back,
comfy
Ace?
seat, and I don't have to activate my energy-consuming modes all the time. Mary, you said she's a very promising young actress.
I like it better this
and
way?
she has natural chemistry
Damn.
with her older sister.
I thought if anyone
In their
would make me
capable
change it
hands,
back, it'd be
The show
you.
doesn't need me to attract an
Since you like
audience
those
anymore.
faces for some reason.
Freedom at last. Fame is more trouble than it's worth. I'd rather leave that side of things to my brother and the others. I'm happiest when I get to sit in a quiet place.
How have you
watch
been?
them
You
do
finished
their
your
thing,
task?
And cheer them on. Yep, exactly like I'm doing now.
I don't know if I liked this. I mean, there was a lot of NPC dialogue in this one that I was really not interested in. If they showed more of the play, I would have been more interested in it. And the other thing is that I kind of want that costume that Lynette wore as an outfit, because masked and hooded Lynette kind of looked kind of cool. It kind of goes with the fact that she kind of stalks people, like as part of her her role with the Children of the Hearth and the Fatui. But that's just my hot take on at least this ending for the Hangout. Also, this image right here is a missed opportunity for Lynette and
the heartbeat of the world.
the Traveler to be holding hands. Because you see Lumine's left hand is hidden there. Looking at Lynette, Lynette's not doing any move. This is what I imagine Ace and Elle to be like right now. One of them sneakily looking, the other person not noticing. One person, their hand a little close to the other person, like anticipating something, wanting the other person to make that slight move and pick up on that slight little hint of the hand, and nothing happening. Me and my fan fiction. Oh, we're up here. Cute. Oh, you were talking to him. No wonder. How many hours were you talking with him? Okay, which... Oh, gosh. Oh, there's another ending. That's all, folks. Okay, let's go back to that one.
We're way behind schedule.
Oh. How accurate am I in that little fan fiction? 2 hours and 40 minutes. You talked with each other for that long and none of you could confess. I mean, it's over the phone or VC, so I guess it's not the right opportunity to do that. Ah! Why you gotta torture yourself like this, Ace? And everyone else. So sad. I don't know.
Thank you both so much. Without the two of you, who knows how much further down that cynical path I would have gone. I always told myself that once
a wall
I made
just
enough
is created, and
more,
that
I'd get
wall is
back
just
to
getting
doing what I
thicker and
love.
thicker as time goes by.
Somewhere along the way,
And it just gets harder and harder to make the
I started to lose
move.
sight of what that was. Just like those critics with their dishonest... You're right. Yes. Anyway, I've been looking into it a lot over the past couple of days.
Something always happens. What happened this time?
Ah, yes, about that.
Lynette, do you have a moment?
I'm sorry.
Lynette!
Yeah, me neither.
Wait, but...
Oh, do you mean when we ran into you at the Fleuve Sandra? And you said some mean things to me?
Well, nothing.
As I
Hello?
recall, you were only trying to look out for your sister.
Hello?
It was just a few words spoken in anger. Don't worry. Whatever it was you said, I've already forgotten.
Oh. Yeah, the two of you just had too much other things to say that it never got brought up.
It sounds like Gina knows what she did was wrong. Owning up to your mistakes and committing...
I understand that feeling, but next time, maybe consider a different tactic?
Bruh.
Something you can pull off more effectively, and without arousing
Stop teaching her bad
Got it.
habits.
Thank you, Lynette.
Why do I feel like I'm missing something here?
You should have, instead of just saying the
here you
full
are.
thing, you should have just
I
said
was wondering
illy.
where you'd all run off to.
Illy something.
Great. Everyone's in one place.
He created
That
with
makes
that
this so much
sentence that
easier.
says illy somewhere.
What do you think?
See if
It's
he would
group
get the
photo
hint.
time. We have to commemorate the debut of the Lost Puppet Director's Edition.
I mean, if it's
Okay,
hard
everyone,
to
we
say
all have
something,
pretty awkward
do
smiles on our
something.
faces in the photo from Hotel de Boer.
You know, take
So
your
this
little
time,
index
no
finger
forced
or your
smiles
little
allowed.
pinky and slightly brush his hand and like,
Am I really not
and then
allowed
you
to
can
force a
cutely like
smile?
cross each other's fingers together and slowly build into like a full-on handhold.
I'll try, I suppose.
As you're walking
I
along.
think I can manage.
Lynette,
Then
Traveler,
the people
come on.
behind you notice
two
it
should be right in the
happening, and
middle.
then rumors start spreading all over the
2,
school. And now,
1,
instead of the
smile!
two of you making it official, the school makes it official. Oh, that's a cute image. Okay, the first image was way better though. It actually looked like a date, a movie date, a play date. Ain't no way. You fall asleep? What do you mean you fall asleep? You're hanging with him and you fall asleep? I don't think you like him anymore. I need to stop? What do you mean I need to stop? I will stop when it finally becomes official. I've said this once and I'll say it again. Oh, you were gonna call him, but then you just passed out at home? No. Maybe what you need is like to distance away from him, avoid him, so that the feelings for him builds up more, and then you just can't hold it in, and then you just have to say it, and then you just run over to him, regardless of where he is, regardless of what time it
We're
is,
way
and just
behind schedule.
confess. Done. I'm just having fun at this moment. It sounds toxic. Wait. Are you saying that putting some distance is toxic? Setting some boundaries and putting on some distance is part of a healthy relationship, actually.
Huh.
Jack never
I didn't like that. Was I using it wrong? Maybe if I just...
No, I only make fan fiction. I don't give romantic advice. Hello? Why would I give romantic advice?
Clearly, there's some
I only give
design
romantic
flaws to iron
advice if someone's making a very
have to let
clear
Fremini
wrong
know.
issue or handling their romantic relationship really incorrectly, as Ace would know through someone else's relationship.
Let's see. Which card did I
And
get?
she was on, and Ace was like agreeing with
4.
me and on my side on that argument.
Well, the cards fell on the ground though, so I don't think it counts as fate. If you wanna get the right
Sometimes,
answer, you have to let
sometimes
fate
if
decide.
boundaries aren't being
Also
met,
something Lyney said.
you
So
have to
put it
like
another way,
have a period
if
of
picking a card up
avoiding.
off the ground is how to not leave it to fate,
Sometimes.
then that
But those are
means
very
it must
extreme
be the wrong answer.
situations.
Or why don't you pick a... Thank you. Here, take the photometer. Oh my
gosh.
If you have your own thoughts
Every
about
time
what I should do,
Lynette does the
feel free
double
to share.
thumbs up, it's I
Now that
love
I've
it
got a
for
good
some
problem
reason. I just
solver
don't
here to
know.
help. Huh? What you're saying is, since nobody's come looking, I can just keep hanging out with Bonnie for a bit longer?
Yes.
Is that really okay?
Yes. Love it. The bow tie is so cute. No, I said at the beginning of this hangout, every time there is a meow, I will meow too. Ooh, I barely made that one. Also, if you do the hangout, you get this item, Ace. FYIs.
You make a good point.
Yes, let's stick around here together and play with the cat. That sounds like an actual datey thing to do. This is more like a hangout instead of the first choice I picked.
Okay, well, assuming Bonnie hasn't strayed
Ace
too
is
far
gonna
from where she went missing,
die.
there's a chance we might bump into her owner in either the Steambird offices or the restaurant.
Just because you're in the
stick
same
around
class
here in
doesn't mean
standby
you,
mode?
well,
Yeah, that suits me.
You can still be in the same class and avoid a person. That being said, if he approaches you, you would be forced to do the cold shoulder, which I wouldn't advise in doing. But like, you know, when you're home, you can focus on other things and not... Actually, no, I wouldn't advise doing that either. My only advice is to one of you two to make it official. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, good idea. Bonnie's definitely hungry. May as well. We could be here a while. When I was trying to find somewhere I could space out earlier, collect my thoughts, I figured the cafe might be a good shot.
Let's do it.
Alright then. Plan of action, spend the whole day spacing out. In standby mode.
With us together. What is it about the double thumbs up with the facial, emotionless expression just so good on Lynette? What is it? You're running the mile again? Good luck? Oh, that was easy. Oh, this is the thumbnail. Nice. Well, that was an easy ending. This is cute too. That was really cute. I like this one. The amount of relief when it becomes official and the amount of happiness it should bring the two of you is just gonna make the two of you happy and everyone else around you happy. As long as there's no one else, trying to gun for either of you and getting jealous about it, but regardless, that's besides the point. Do. Okay. Next ending. You don't think so? You don't think what? You don't think people will be happy? Oh, ignore the jealousy part of it. They don't matter.
Huh. I didn't like that. Was I using it? Clearly, there's some design flaws to iron out. Let's see. 4. Well, if you want to get the... So, to put it another way... Or... Why don't you pick a card? Since I ran into you here... Thank you. Here, take the phaeton. Also... So, we're looking for Bonnie's owner?
Yes. Oh, I can't do that one. Hello?
I think I'll go to the Steam Bird
Ryan?
and see about putting an ad in the paper.
Is
You wanna come
Arlecchino...
along?
Wait, why
I
Arlecchino?
think Bonnie wants you to come with.
Why Arlecchino? Meow. Hello, butterscotch bread. Arlecchino, is probably not going to be mid. At the very least, Arlecchino is gonna look really cool and flashy. We don't know numbers yet. But she's looking really good. It's been 6 months? Holy, get on with it.
Next on the agenda.
If the status quo lasts for a year, I say give up. The two of you are hopeless.
We're way behind schedule.
Get friend zoned and move on. If it lasts a year, get friend zoned and move on. I'm sorry, but that's what I'm gonna say.
Every stupendous day starts with a steam bird. Oh, hi Lynette. Hi Traveler. What can I help you with? I don't think so. Have you picked up a stray?
Oh, hey,
Yep.
Ryan.
If there's no commission to follow up on,
Wait.
could we post a notice about the
Wait.
missing cat instead?
Why, of course. What a kind thing to do. Just fill out the form.
You're scared it's at like that point where you're about to friend zone? That's because neither of you have made a move. That's one of the reasons that you get friend
registered
zoned, is
you as
because
missing.
neither of you make a move.
You can stay at my place until your owner finds you.
Hey, Ryan.
Also, I just wanted to say thanks for keeping us company for so long.
Yeah, her
Well,
kit definitely
I
makes her
should
look like
probably head back to the
a
drinks
Honkai
reception.
character.
Hopefully most of the
And that's
people
not
have left
necessarily
by
a
now.
bad thing. The
If you've
flashiness
got some
is
time,
going
you
to
should stop
attract
by my
people.
place tomorrow to see Bonnie.
We get
There's
oh,
a nice cup of tea in it for you.
yes, I'll be
Alright.
there.
See you then.
Oh, this actually feels like a hangout. Wait until the next morning, 7 a.m. Okay. Have you done the hangout yet, Ryan? I feel like you do. Or you already have. Do, do, do. Yeah, I wouldn't say Arlecchino is mid according to leaks. I think she's far from it.
Belongs to me.
She, at the very least, she has really high cool factors.
Just take a breather, you two.
Two people are fighting for the cat.
Oh, you're here. As you can probably see.
Oh, you just finished the Archon
you'll
quest.
have to
Taking
take
your
a
time,
rain
I
check
see.
on that tea I promised you. At least for now.
Are you too busy
This is
to
my
keep up to date with
friend's
it?
cat. He's preoccupied with some important business, so I came to retrieve her in his stead.
I don't believe you. A natural? Yep. Voice to display.
No. It's far more likely this cat escaped from the Humane Society.
Some rumors say that the scythe is only if you have her signature weapon, versus it appearing with her elemental skill.
Bonnie?
So not a scythe
That's
for
the
everybody.
name I've given her in the meantime.
She's polearm, by the way. And also her signature weapon will be a regular polearm on any other character. And leaked stats for the weapons out, just not the ability. Nice.
Well, this complicates things.
I told you before. This is my friend's cat. It's normal for her not to trust me.
Listen,
that
I'm
seems
the
like reason enough
director
not to
of
give
the
it to you.
Humane Society, okay? We've got so many strays, dogs, cats, you name it. I'm not even the
Wait,
one
what do you mean,
feeding them
no?
most of the time. You can hardly expect the cat to recognize me. She just looked somewhat familiar, so I came to check, just in case. If she turns out to be one of ours, I'll take her back. Simple as that. Even if that's not the case, the Humane Society could still take her in, if no one else comes to claim her, that is. We're an organization that
so it looks like a lame scythe is what you're saying.
Sheltering stray animals. We've been in business for several decades now. I'm Bernard, the current director.
The Humane
I mean, it's quite the marketing move to make her signature weapon make her
name
look
sounds
cooler,
familiar.
so that people
I
pull for
remember
it and
hearing
spend
good
more money.
things.
That
You're
seems
the
like
one in
something
the
Hoya would do.
Quartier Lyonnais?
Yes, that's the one. Anyway, if it's not too much trouble, could I possibly take a closer look at the cat? If it turns out I really am mistaken, I suppose that means the cat belongs to this lady here. She would be the only remaining option after all.
It belongs to my friend.
Go on, Bonnie.
Nope.
Since you've last
Looks
appeared,
like I was
minus
mistaken.
yesterday
They do
or
look
whatever.
similar, but there's an ever so slight difference in this one's fur color. Deepest apologies,
Who have you been
friends.
pulling? Who have you pulled?
Well, I suppose this means I
Any new
still have a
characters you
missing
pulled?
cat to search
I was thinking
for.
for the 8 likes.
Apologies again for the confusion.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Yeah, why the hesitation?
You lied earlier, didn't you?
Lied? I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
A liar always has a tell. The look in their eyes, their breathing pattern, the way they hold themselves. The things that can give you away are often more numerous than you would think.
What are you talking about? The way I see it, you're conflating baseless conjecture with fact.
Nope.
Normally, when someone is called out, their breathing speeds up as they begin to panic. But your breathing pattern hasn't changed one bit. In fact, it's been strangely calm and measured this entire time. If you're a bad guy, I'm sure you'll take off running the first chance you get. If you're a good guy, the most likely explanation is that you're a member of the Guards, or some similar organization.
And you're basing this off of?
Intuition. Nothing more.
Intuition. Well, I have
You're
to
going
hand
full
it to you,
beta.
Lynette.
I see.
You're right. I'm a member of the Guards. The name's Elodie. I'm currently investigating a cross-border smuggling case. This cat here, Bonnie was her name? Well, her owner is one of the prime suspects of our investigation.
Oh, well, this just got
A
interesting.
couple of days ago, our suspect got wind that we were on his tail and fled.
That's
most likely how he got separated from the cat.
When was the last time you appeared?
I just so happened to stumble upon your notice in the Steambird. So, I decided to see if he'd come back for her. But it looks like
I got
overestimated him.
xianyun, C1 furina on a double pull. I got neuvillette, another Chi-Chi, but it was on a double pull with neuvillette.
The impact of this case has been huge. The Marechaussee Phantom, the Guards, and the Special
I don't know how
Patrol
much
have
further
all
back I
launched
can go.
investigations. If there was
Mads
even
has
the
left the
slightest chance that he
Rochi. The
would show
lore has
himself,
broken. You
I
are
had to
fatherless
follow up on the
again.
lead. A new kind of illegal drug, imitation synth.
Another.
We confiscated all the synth on the market, but addiction isn't something that goes away overnight. Even without substances on the market, people are still looking for a way to get their next fix. And criminals are all too eager to capitalize on that addiction. After the original synth debacle, we put several measures into place to prevent similar incidents from occurring. The perpetrators got smart, though, and shifted their... We only recently got word of the presence of imitation synth overseas. We managed to track down
Yeah,
evidence
didn't the
of
lore
some early
break down
transactions.
because Mads did not approve of
We were able to find out,
other
however,
family members
hasn't proven
joining?
that useful given the amount of time that has passed.
That's how it went
The
down, right?
Marechaussee
I was only
Phantom
paying half
launched an
attention to
investigation
it.
to track down every person in Fontaine. He's a researcher at the Fontaine Research.
Okay, I don't care about you two. Le Fevert? Who the heck?
The Marechaussee Phantom
It's
found
tied to the
Mr. Song.
Fatui, isn't it?
In addition to the cat, He also had a pendant with him.
This is Fatui, isn't it?
At first, there wasn't much cause for suspicion. A search of his house didn't reveal much to go off of either. It was only later that we realized the coat of arms on his pendant.
She is still my father. Stop with the arlecchino.
One of the most infamous aristocratic families in Fontaine.
Baseness.
Obviously, this discovery prompted a further investigation into Pierre.
Just not saying. Okay,
however,
I see how it is.
We discovered that he'd already fled. Now the guards and the special patrol are all searching for him.
That's not possible, actually. The Lefebvre family.
Exactly. Many years ago, several important... The family is engaged in all manner of... Pierre is one of those very survivors.
Pierre.
He's been hiding away in the Fontaine Research Institute all these years. Well, my fellow guards have told me all about how smart and courageous you both are. And I know you possess a strong
You're still
justice.
Diluc-less?
There could be a chance that Pierre, or one of his accomplices, might attempt to get close to Bonnie. Now that you've been briefed on the situation, I was hoping you'd help us keep a lookout. If I take Bonnie back to the guards with me, there's no way Pierre will try and come for her. Not even... I have to admit, I'm not holding out too much hope that Pierre will come back for her. But if there's even the slightest chance, then it's worth a shot. Well, I've got some other leads to follow up on. If Pierre does appear, please contact me right away.
Oh, that must not have been funny. Diluc-less and Chi-Chi-less. I mean, Diluc became great again with Xianyun, but that's about it.
It's nothing. I'm fine. It's just... the head of the Lefebvre family.
Ooh, that's not good.
Eminent person who kidnapped me all those years ago.
That's not good.
It was at a dinner party. Someone tricked me into boarding
C5
the Lefebvre
Kaching?
family
Ew.
carriage.
Ew.
Whoever
Also,
it
hello,
was,
Corn.
They took me back to their home. But before anything worse could happen,
Let me see
Father
what constellations I have of them after I'm done.
Yep.
I think it's C1
Father was the
Chi-Chi,
one who orchestrated the fall of the
and
Lefebvre family.
C2 Diluc?
That's what led Lyney and I to join the House of the Hearth.
Why is Sag on the C1
After all these
ganyu?
years, I never thought I'd hear the Lefebvre name again.
You just want your Batman.
Don't worry about me. I wasn't feeling sorry for myself.
I have
I was
C2?
just
I might.
thinking about Lyney.
That actually makes a lot of
He's
sense
been
that I have
acting
C2.
strange recently.
And I
He
am not
avoids me
angry
for
about
days on
any
end,
of them.
Consumes himself with
I'm not
some
angry about
secret
any of those 3
investigation,
Chi-Chis I pulled.
And then out of the
Not
blue
one
pushes
bit.
me to do that acting job. Thinking about it now, it's almost like the one I drew from that deck of cards was part of his plan all along. He must have asked Fremine to help him out. In any case, I know he's hiding
You never
something
do
from
that,
me.
Orochi. I hope you learnt your lesson.
He's really pulled out all
Especially
the
on a
stops this
guarantee. Your guarantee's precious.
It's very possible. I'm sure he tried to send me away because he was afraid it would bring up some painful memories for me. It wasn't necessary, though. Even after all these years, he's still as overprotective as ever. You'll have to help me teach him a lesson if we run into him along the way. Yep. I want to head to the Fontaine Research Institute to learn more information about Pierre. Just let me activate search mode, and then we'll head out.
This is why you don't
Who
build
knows?
pity, Sork. Never
Maybe
build
we'll
pity.
run into Lyney along the way. A little bit of both, perhaps.
No.
Okay, I'll write a letter explaining everything to the crew. Once that's done, we can head out.
Okay, let's double check this. Where are you? There's Diluc. Oh, I have C. Okay. Okay. I forgot I pulled that many. I did pull a lot of him. Him and Jean, I probably have quite a bit. C2. Okay, great. Right, my Jean is. I'm more. Oh wow, I'm more Diluc. Damn. Lucky. I wouldn't say that. Some of those were unwanted. Give me those cons. What can you give me in return, Corn?
There's no point worrying about the future. Hey, Sarah, Sarah.
3.0 was a hard and depressing time for you? Yikes. Made more depressing by, those wishing choices, no? Oh, chevreuse, hello.
Lynette, you're, not at rehearsal?
You can drop the act, brother. In fact, I don't think either of us will have a need for acting anytime soon. You should know.
And that's why I tried to distract you with the masked mime show. But I guess you're just too good.
I see.
Care to introduce us to your new assistant?
Oh?
This is Officer Chevreuse, captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. You may have met her already.
Nice to see you.
Wow, even chevreuse is here.
I should clarify something. Mr. Lyney's here at my invitation, not the other way around. To borrow your expression, Miss Lynette, I suppose that would make him my assistant more than anything. We've brought on Mr. Lyney as a consultant in the past. He was instrumental in helping us crack a case involving a perpetrator who used magic tricks to commit crimes. I was hoping he'd be able to provide some valuable insight this time around as well.
I can see some potential for scamming to happen if we could trade characters.
So you've heard everything then?
The big issue here is that people would.
There's always been questions surrounding the
there'd
fall
be
of
less
the Lefebvre
less of a need for
family.
people to spend
Some
money on the
people even
game
believe
and
the House of the Hearth was
pull
involved.
when you can just give
Whoever was
money
behind
to
it
other
all was
players and
extremely
trade.
cautious.
If
They
that
didn't
makes
leave
sense.
a shred of evidence. This
It
very
makes
fact,
no
however,
sense
leads
on
me
a
to
business
believe it was
standpoint.
indeed the work of that harbinger. I took a look at the entrance and
You
exit
pulled on the
records of all
wrong
the
banner
carriages that night.
accidentally? Yikes.
Let's just say it wasn't hard to deduce that there's ill will between you two. Don't worry, I don't have any evidence to that effect, and I certainly don't plan on going to bat for such a despicable family. Plus,
I would
we
trade
were
my
victims back
kachings
then
away.
more than anything.
To be honest.
I sought Mr. Lyney's help with the smuggling case. Nothing more. The way I look at it, it's a collaboration between us as people, not the organizations we represent. Besides, by working together, we can expose the truth as quickly as possible. You can hardly say that's at odds with the justice my organization strives for. Not at all. I was planning to invite you from the very beginning, Miss Lynette. It's just that my assistant here raised some objections.
Lyney, I'm not the same person I was back then. That little girl who did nothing but cower in the corner in fear, she doesn't need saving anymore.
And yet no gacha game that has
I'm sorry, Lynette.
a trading function.
You're right.
If I
I let
remember
my concerns get the better of me.
Oh, and the next time you want to distract me, you should try a different approach.
Yikes.
Who's this? You pick up a stray while I was gone?
It's a bit complicated. I'll explain later.
You don't like him anymore? That's
Anyway,
fair.
her name's Bonnie.
Well,
I mean, did you enjoy him when you first
then I
got him?
suppose the
I
only
feel like
thing
there's
left to
so many
say
characters
is,
in the game that you're going to have
Lynette,
characters collecting
Traveler,
dust
welcome to the
regardless
team.
of how much you liked them at first.
It appears the Lefebvre family was very particular in their use of insignias and emblems. The family would use
That's
different
because the
emblems to mark
Genshin
differences
development
in
team is
status,
absolute
blood relation,
garbage
and the like.
and lazy.
In fact, the insignia
And
that
they
was
aren't going to
discovered
do
on the
anything
pendant was
while they
used to
keep
represent an
making
illegitimate
$100
child.
million a month, more or less.
It's highly likely. That very
For
status
1
might
second
have been what
only?
allowed him to
Yikes.
emerge from the fall of his family relatively unscathed. It would also explain why he was able to assume a new identity as a researcher with relative ease.
And if they do implement
We
things, they
discovered
do it
something
way too
interesting,
slowly.
though.
That a
After talking to
multi-billion
some of
dollar
his
company should
coworkers,
be
it appears he
implementing things.
pretty much works at the Institute in name.
Apparently, Pierre was once addicted to synth. He tried to use the resources at the Institute to create a substance with a similar effect.
I mean, he's supposed to just be a
He claimed it was just for
support.
research purposes, but the Institute revoked his access to the relevant materials regardless.
And
he was placed on
isn't there a
disciplinary
new
leave, pending a
defense
thorough
scaling item
investigation
coming
of his
out
actions.
that's free?
But it seems the Institute ran into some trouble along the way.
It's a polearm,
Could have
right?
been
Yeah,
a
it
lack
is a
of
polearm.
personnel or
The
a
one in the
timing
current
issue.
event right now, right?
In
Isn't
any
that a
case,
defense scaling
they had to table their
polearm?
formal investigation into
I could be
Pierre.
wrong.
Unfortunately, that also included reporting any relevant information to the higher authorities.
I
As
didn't
for
really
his
pay
family
attention to it.
background, it appears none of his co-workers at
It's
the
HP?
Institute
Okay.
were aware of that information.
Never mind.
All they could tell us was that he was quite the recluse. Other than the pendant, we didn't find anything else of note at his residence in Poisson. Based on the
I'll
samples of
probably
imitation
do
synth
it
we've
like
been able to analyze,
next week because
it
there's still
appears the
13 days
substance leaves
left.
behind strong traces wherever it's produced or stored. Those traces might not be obvious to the casual observer, but they're not something our guard poodles would miss. Pierre's home, though, came up completely clean.
Guard
we didn't find any
poodles?
records indicating
Makes no
possible
sense
involvement
in
in
my head.
overseas transactions
Poodle?
either.
I don't see how poodles
So,
can be guard
the
dogs.
Marechaussee Phantom didn't view him as a major suspect at first.
But I did read that poodles
Maybe
are one
he
of
had
the
a
more
separate,
aggressive dogs
dedicated
out
area
there,
where
so
he made the imitation synth.
maybe there is some
Well,
truth to
his
it.
neighbors did say he was often gone for long stretches of time. You would think with him out and about so much, people would have spotted him around Poisson,
Eric, just
but
16
residents
every
said they
10
barely
seconds.
ever saw him in town. If
I guess
his
that's
reclusive
helpful.
nature was just a
HP
matter
scaling
of
and
keeping a
restores
low
energy.
profile,
Who would that be good
I guess
for?
it would make sense for him
It's
to have a
polearm, right?
secret base to carry out his business.
After he disappeared, the guards conducted a thorough
Hu
search of
Tao?
Poisson.
Free to
They
play
didn't
Hu
come across
Tao?
any suspicious locations. Poisson.
Poisson.
You know Hotel de Boer, where I first found Bonnie? To get there from Poisson,
Free
you
to
have
play
to cross a
Arlecchino. No,
stretch of ocean.
Arlecchino's most
It's not
likely
somewhere
attack
a
scaling,
cat
so
could
that
just
wouldn't make
wander off
sense.
on its own.
A cat? You mean...
Who else?
Bonnie is Pierre's cat.
Oh, that's right! When the Marechaussee Phantom first tracked him down, I remember there being something about a cat in their report.
Oh.
So this is her?
Interesting.
From what we've learned about Pierre's habits, he doesn't seem like the type to venture out without a purpose. So what you're saying, Lynette, is that Bonnie couldn't have gone missing in Poisson. If that's true, then...
Yeah, I am excited to see some of the dialogue with some of the characters, that's for sure. Lisa
Bonnie
being one of
might
them.
even know where it is.
Wait,
I also hear Mona
you
makes an
think the cat
appearance.
can lead us there? But she's not trained like one of our guard poodles. How is she supposed to understand what we want her to do?
Because Lynette can talk to the cat.
Meow. Meow meow. Meow.
Meow. Meow meow. Meow. For those of you wondering, I said at the beginning I would say meow. I would
Near
meow
the
every time there was a
coast,
meow.
Beach.
Sorry, not sorry.
And beneath the cliffs. The place we're looking for is most
Oh,
likely
yeah,
north of the
chevreuse.
court of Fontaine.
I forgot. I kind
I've
of
certainly
forget
never taken a witness statement like this
how
before.
chevreuse is scalable. Actually, I don't have a chevreuse, do
Well,
I?
if it works out, maybe
That's
it's
why I didn't
something
think
worth
about
getting
her.
used to.
Cats and humans are actually pretty alike.
Yow yow, yes.
When it comes to communication,
I haven't looked
most
at
of what
Mika
we
at
want
all.
to
I have no
convey
idea
can
how
be
he
accomplished
works.
through body language alone. But humans tend to rely too much on speech to
Mona
ever
doesn't
take
make an appearance in the
advantage of that
vent?
fact.
I heard she
Of course,
does.
body language has its limitations.
And we're not happy
You're
to
not
see
going to be
her.
able to get across anything too complicated.
The important thing is that we now have a lead. Let's try and find a place
Or
that
people
matches the
angry,
clues
or maybe I
Bonnie
read that
gave
people
us.
are angry that she doesn't make an appearance. Maybe that's what I. Maybe I misread it.
Next on the agenda... We're way behind schedule.
Oh, right where I have my weekly thing? Okay, great. Okay, no, I have to do this thing first. Oh, cry!
Healthy body,
Oh, no.
healthy mind.
Express deliver! Shaken and stirred! Look at you! Zip on up! Cue the spotlight!
Next on the agenda...
Okay.
Seems like Bonnie is trying to take us somewhere.
Indeed. Where are we going?
Gardamex ahead.
Look out!
Think you can bully?
That cat was moving faster than me. I disapprove.
Born of ice and frost.
Shaken and stirred. Stay up. Step on up. Sign here, please.
For Rex Lapis. No touching.
Eula, let's go. Let's go, Eula. Heck yes.
Stay calm.
Surprise! Be amazed! Scratch that. Go! Expressive!
Born of ice and frost.
Wait, where'd the cat go? There you are.
Wow, Lynette, you found this
Eula
place
and
so
Beto
easily.
together? Oh no.
If I thought there was any chance you'd say yes, I'd recruit you into the special patrol here and now. No questions asked.
Wait, isn't Diona also
Sounds
involved?
familiar. I pretty much receive letters daily from
I
people
mean,
trying to poach her
Lisa
from
always
me.
calls us cutie a lot whenever she
Let's
gets
just
screen
focus
time.
on our search.
Usually, at
There's
least.
a lot to investigate.
I'll save it for another day, though.
Aha! Just as we thought. This is where the imitation synth was being made.
Oh.
Looks like he's got more than just imitation synths stashed around here. In addition to the raw materials needed to synthesize the substance itself, there's a large quantity of cleaning agents and a few drugs
I always
haven't
expect
been able
venting
to
a
identify.
Mondstadt event.
These cleaning
Without a
agents are
doubt.
likely used to dispel traces
We need
of
the
the substance,
sissy boy
like
will
its
always
smell.
make an appearance.
The Special Patrol did some digging into imitation synth. Our records indicate that it's very difficult for ordinary people to detect traces left behind by the stuff. I'm sure that was the case for Pierre as well. It must have taken a considerable amount of time and skill to ensure all those traces get washed away. But what are these other drugs for?
The material these bags are made of, it's quite rare. It's the very same, actually. Romaritime flower fiber. But there's something special about the composition of these bags. I took a closer
Yeah, I
look,
figured that out from
and
the
it appears
trailer.
they're not only waterproof, but also corrosion and leak resistant. Even the strings look specially. I came across some bags made of the same very similar act, but what could these big bags...
When the Marechaussee Phantom searched Pierre's house,
That's some small
there was no
text right
sign
there
of
as an
these
option.
barrels, right? You're right. That doesn't seem like his way of...
Albedo being sussy so he doesn't make an appearance. I see how it is. Probably no sucrose then either, right?
Only the lower halves of the barrels appear to have been submerged in water.
Based on the various ingredients we've found, this appears to be where Pierre was cooking up his imitation synth. It looks like he used a special cleaning agent to get rid of any residual traces of the substance on his person before he left. That's how he was able to get past the guard poodles.
So then he transferred the imitation synth into small sealed bags and took it somewhere else for the drop-off.
No. I don't believe our suspect is the kind of person who'd go around carrying incriminating evidence with him. That would potentially create too many eyewitnesses. The cleaning agent and the sealed bags might get past the guard poodles. But if a member of the public or even a guard on patrol happened to see him during the drop-off,
I don't even know how the
quick search
minigame
would reveal
works
everything.
for the event.
That's still a very risky operation.
My mind's completely blanked out on what
Barrels
you
we
actually
found
do.
were wet around the base, but the top half was dry.
Or is
As
it
if they'd been
multiple
standing
events?
upright in the water.
Okay.
If you put a barrel in the water, it will normally float on its side.
Yes. With flotation rings around the body of the barrels, they'd stay upright in the water, and then he could afford to load them more fully.
Oh, it's a Tetris game.
You think he used floating barrels? I suppose if he acted at night, when there are very few other boats around and visibility is low.
Oh, is this a single one?
It's a valid theory. We can't rule it out.
No mini games.
But then, wouldn't the barrels be carried off by the waves or the currents? How would the person doing the...
Meow.
Traveler, can you come take a dip in the sea with me?
Hello?
I have a feeling that somewhere down there, we might find some rope.
Don't mind if I do.
The wreckage of a small boat? This isn't the place.
I don't see no rope though.
This isn't the place.
Am I like blind? Just in case, we'll grab you. Need behind this rock. Oh, there we go.
Got it. Time to go up and report.
A sucrose hangout? Never. Hey, Wanderer's Soul, how's it going? Long time no see, I think. There we go.
As expected, we found a few pieces of rope and some anchoring stones underwater. If you attach them to a floating barrel, it would look like this.
Yep.
With this
Sense.
anchoring system, it would be possible to use floating barrels for the drop-off. You would just need to drop them in the water at the agreed-upon location. We also came across the wreckage of a small boat. It must have been left out on the water and capsized due to the force of the wind.
Rokomon,
and waves.
hello.
Its small size, however, would have made it perfect
Who
for
to you
staying
two?
undetected.
Let's talk this through. Based on the evidence we've collected, it seems like Pierre would row a small boat out to the agreed-upon transfer
Aw,
point,
spicy
drop off the
sucrose
barrels,
fan art.
leave, and then row back and retrieve
No
them after
way.
the transfer was complete.
It could be that he was trying to avoid meeting up with his associate face to face.
Sucrose of all
As
people.
one of the sole survivors of the Lefebvre family,
Interesting.
maybe he was just used to that sort of elusive lifestyle.
It seems like Pierre deliberately chose the floating barrel method so that the goods could be dropped off and
Even a
picked
night
up
lives,
at
let's
separate
go.
times. That way, the two parties wouldn't have to meet each other.
Well, if that's the case, they must not have a very close working relationship.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. Assumptions can be detrimental to solving a case. It's possible they were just trying to keep a low profile. Two boats sailing to the same location at once could be too conspicuous. The most important thing is that we can now confirm Pierre wasn't acting alone. The floating barrel drop-off system is proof enough of that. Let's say for now that
Wondering
he was
which
only in charge
spicy
of producing the imitation
fan art it
scent.
was.
That would mean there has to be at least one other person involved in the operation.
Since we've determined that the goods were transported by boat, maybe we can track down some travel logs or something.
I'll
We can
probably
certainly check the
forget that
various
you
ports
mentioned
for that
it.
information. It's possible, however, that Pierre's associate also used a small boat for the transport, and docked along the shore rather than at a large port. If that's the case, it's unlikely there would be any record left behind. Absolutely. Before Pierre disappeared, we made sure to investigate all sorts of outward-bound vessels. We also had port authorities keep a lookout for anything suspicious. Unfortunately, we were never able to find out how they managed to get the imitation synth across the
I
border.
better forget. I don't want to see that. What
You're
fan
right.
art you're speaking
Whatever
of, though?
vessel was used for the pickup, the person
Was it a
responsible
solo
for smuggling the
sucrose
substance
one,
out
or
of
was she
Fontaine would have
paired
had
up
to
with
use
someone?
a larger vessel for the actual transport. That's the only way they would be able to smuggle on a large enough scale to make a profit. They must have found a way to disguise the imitation synth to clear port inspections.
Wanderin Shoko, have you already done the Lynette hangout?
Exactly. We can't let
Solo
any
spicy
opportunity slip through the
sucrose
cracks.
fan art.
Although,
Interesting.
given the amount of ports that could be involved,
In her normal
we should
clothes or
probably
not
split up.
normal clothes?
I'll run home and ask some of my brothers and sisters to try and dig up some information.
I should also head back and update my platoon on our progress. I'll grab some
You
reinforcements.
don't do much of the
while I'm at it.
hangouts? You're
Lynette,
saving yourself a lot
Traveler,
of time.
Why don't you head to Lumiduce Harbor and see
But
what
you do
can
get an
find
item
out.
from doing this one this time round.
Come on, Bonnie. You too.
That's true. I kind of like the images at the end, but a lot of the story, especially when it involves more NPCs and it doesn't feel like in like an one-on-one hangout, I tend to dislike. Where am I going? Okay. Not normal. Oh dear. Yeah, that probably really convinced you then. Legendary? Oh, like the Archon quests and exploring? Nice. Have you 100%ed everything
Lynette,
done?
Traveler. And Bonnie, too. What brings you all here?
Did something happen?
Oh. I see. Thank you for everything you're doing for the people of Fontaine.
Oh, I see.
I'm in charge of guarding the port. You mentioned you were after some travelogues, right? I can go fetch those for you.
That
Looks like I've got another hard day of work ahead of me.
That lewd? Yeah, no wonder why that was the what gravitated you towards Genshin.
No, not usually. It's this incident that happened recently. Before that, everything was normal. All we had to do was confiscate anything suspicious and we could call it a day. Pretty simple stuff. But things are much more complicated now. We somehow let suspicious cargo pass through the port
By suspicious cargo, do you mean if...
Yep. However, prohibited substances are just
So you're caught
one
up to everything
example.
right now? You're just waiting for more content to come
all
out?
sorts of contraband during the course of our inspections. Or at least, we're supposed to.
So what happens to the goods you confiscate?
Oh, we keep them in a storage locker. If they turn out to be something particularly dubious, we'll turn them over to the Maison Orderly. If the goods are only slightly suspicious but could otherwise be harmless, like raw materials that could potentially be used to create contraband, we return them to the ship they were confiscated from,
You're assuming.
instead of letting them pass
So
through
it
the port.
wasn't, or you're not sure?
Sorry for the wait. These are the travelogues for all the recent activity at the port.
Oh,
I'm not woofing though.
you brought Gerard with you.
Actually, he followed me here himself. It's like he smells something on me.
I'm on America server. So every now and then I will go through my friends list and delete people that haven't logged in for 31 days so I have room for new people to add me.
Huh. I wonder why Gerard is reacting to you two so strongly.
Huh? We were so careful not to touch it, but we still ended up with traces on us. If it leaves a residue so easily, I just don't understand how the culprit was able to disguise the goods at all.
Why don't you have a look at the travel logs first? All ships coming in and out of the port are recorded here, except for the ones the port authorities ride to and from work.
Do.
The Humane Society. Their name is all over the exit logs.
Ah, the director of the organization explained that actually.
For those of you wondering, I already
He
got
said a
like
lot of the cat and dog
4
breeds
out of
unique to
6
Fontaine
endings
are
or
also
whatever,
very
so
popular.
I'm skipping quite a
director of the
few of the
Humane
dialogue at this
Society?
point, and it's getting late. I just want to get all the endings, see the pictures, and meow as much as I need to. The human size looking for, could that be? Oh ho ho, suspicious.
Have you figured it out too, Traveler? The way the criminal disguised the goods?
Yep.
When Bernard asked to take a closer look at Bonnie, he was actually checking whether there was any imitation synth in her stomach.
They smuggle it through feeding it to the cat? No, poor Bonnie.
Wait, what?
The sealed bags we
Oh,
found
you're
at
on
the secret
EU?
base. They
Wow,
were
a rare
specially
EU?
made to be corrosion
Sir, wait, that
resistant.
means you live in Europe? I rarely get people viewing me from Europe.
There were gaps around the lids of the barrels, and airbags were used to keep them upright in the water.
Or you're confused some of those, I
Those drug
see.
chevreuse found at the secret base. She most likely didn't recognize them because they're not
Okay,
used on
Orochi, good
human
night. I
beings.
should be doing that soon
It's an
too.
anesthetic used on pets. The perpetrator must have given it to the animals. Pierre must have made the animals swallow the sealed bags full of imitation synth at his secret base. Then he stuffed them into floating barrels and left the rest to Bernard.
The sealed bags combined with an animal's body odor would certainly be enough to mask the scent of imitation synth.
During our inspections, we would have never thought to inspect the bellies of those animals for anything
I do
suspicious.
account reviews if people spend the points. I have
I'm sure it would be difficult to detect.
I have channel points that you earn from watching me on the
Bernard
thing, and
even
then
transported animals with synth
you
in
can
their
do
stomach
stuff to
alongside
boost
ones without.
how much you gain, and then you have to like
That
spend it on the
It
shop,
would be even harder
just
to
so
say
that I
with
don't have
certainty
like
that something was amiss.
too many people asking me to do account reviews.
She's probably in the clear. Otherwise, Bernard would have never left without her. I'm guessing he didn't know whether Pierre had already hidden the next batch of imitation synth before he fled. Just imagine.
Yeah,
He
there's a
sees the
gamble
notice
system.
we
If
put in
you
the
type in
steamer,
exclamation
and it
points,
turns out that one of
one
the
word,
very
you'll see how
cats he
many
gave
points
to
you
Pierre
have.
for the smuggling operation is out in the open, roaming the streets of Fontaine. If Pierre had already hidden the next batch of imitation synth, then
and
Bonnie
then you
would
can gamble
practically be
them
living
away if you
proof
want
of
to
their
risk it.
crimes. You would have had no choice but to go after her.
So,
And if you were to all
That's
lose
why I
them
came
all
to
on
find
YouTube,
you
I'm also
and
streaming
insisted
on
on taking a
Twitch,
closer
and
look
you
at the
would get
cat.
like a reset on points on that side as well. I think if you follow me on Twitch, you get 200 points automatically.
Wait a second, I'm a little lost here. I get the part about hiding the substance in
Yikes.
the pets, but those, what did you call them again? Floating barrels? Why even put the animals in there in the first place? If you've got something as convenient as a floating barrel, why
Well,
not just stuff it with the imitation synth directly?
there you go.
Why not wait to hide the stuff until after the exchange has been made?
And if I have mods on stream,
sealed
if you
bags,
get
they
0
made them
points, they can give you up to 200 points back
Had they not done
for
that,
free.
the animals would have likely bitten or chewed through them. That step would have required a lot of energy, as well as a certain amount of technical expertise. So it was better left to the more experienced Pierre. We've already proven how easy it is to pick up trace amounts of imitation synth. So I'm sure
What
Bernard
YouTubers
was
do
taking
you
all the precautions he
watch
could to avoid
that
the same
play on
fate.
EU, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay. Then, let's head to the Humane Society right away and bring that guy to justice.
Let's do
I'll
it.
bring a Gardamek to speed up the process.
Bum, 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 bum. Yep. Bum, bum.
The headquarters of the Humane Society should be somewhere around here. Bernard could show up any moment now.
Ah, you're the people from earlier. Wait.
I
you're
am
from
Maymay.
The guards?
I need to get all endings. Also, your senpai approved of the
After him.
thumbnail.
We
Oh,
can't
jeez.
let him get away!
Yo, let me move. Wait, this is a special Lynette. I should have
Give
checked
it
her
up,
stats.
Bernard.
Mercy. Have mercy. I'll talk. I'll tell you everything I know.
The Humane Society has done so much good over the years.
No worries, Shoko.
And yet you have committed such an atrocious deed in its name.
Look, I didn't have a choice, okay?
Vortex.
My father cared about those
That
blasted animals
rings
so
a bell,
much he didn't
but I can't
bother
put my
to
finger
take
on it.
care of his human wife and son at all. While those animals were showered with love,
What do you
I
mean,
lived
seriously?
worse than a dog.
No one asked. Tell me, how did you first get to know Pierre?
Well, after I took over the Humane Society, it gradually became harder and harder to maintain its operations. Until one day, someone suddenly passed me a letter. It said that I could stand to get a large sum of money as long as I helped them to transport some animals abroad. It was only after a few such transports that I finally understood what I was really transporting. But then, Pierre wrote to me, saying that we were already partners in crime and that I better keep cooperating with him if I didn't want to be
Vortex on
reported
YouTube
to
or
the
Vortex on
gods.
Twitch?
I would order wooden barrels and flotation devices according to his
Yeah,
instructions.
Senpai was
and
here.
then load the sleeping animals
After
onto
she
a
was
boat.
done talking with her
Once I
future
sailed to the
boyfriend
location
for
he
almost
provided,
3 hours, she
I would
popped
dump
in.
everything together into the sea. And a few days after that, I'd come by again in my boat and pick up the animals sleeping in the barrels. Once I had received
BOF
enough of them,
account?
I'd bring them to the harbor
BOF.
to be adopted abroad. That guy Pierre, he was running the entire show. He set up all the meeting times and found all the foreign adopters. Oh, and he even supplied all of the goods too. I just did the transport. He was the one who planned out and executed everything else.
Damn.
Look, I don't know, okay? I've never ever met him in person. We've
What does
only ever
BOF
communicated
mean?
through letters.
And when did he send his final letter to you?
Just last night, he said that the Marechaussee Phantom is now after him, so he's planning to go into hiding for some time. He didn't mention where he's thinking about going, though, but he did tell me to look out for the guards.
It's been a few days since Pierre's last appearance. I'd wager that he sent that letter after he found his hiding spot.
I burned them. It was on his orders. I had to burn every letter after reading them.
Dang, Zaya is probably more horny than I am. Looking at the title of his
Sure
streams,
sounds
holy
like you're trying to use
smokes!
the lack of witnesses or evidence to pin the blame on Pierre.
Why do they name almost all their streams? I want Zhao to lament
Well,
inside of
we
me.
can check the truth of
Goodness
your statements
gracious
at the
me.
Opera House. I hope you know what'll be coming for you if I were to find any discrepancy between the evidence and the testimony you just gave.
I know. I swear I was just telling the truth.
My thanks to you both.
Crazy.
Had it not been for you.
You're
I
bored?
really
What were you
don't know
doing
what
before
would've
this,
happened to
Meme?
this case.
Bonnie helped, too.
That's true. It was all thanks to her that Bernard was finally exposed.
Techno heads?
And it looks like she's grown quite fond of you two as well. Then I'll leave you be.
Wait, why are you sad, Lynette? Why are you sad, Lynette? This is your hangout. You shouldn't be sad. Hallucinating? Yeah.
It was that obvious, huh? Well, even though it didn't feel like Bernard was lying, after talking to him, I'm getting an even stronger sense that something's not quite right. We investigated so quickly that perhaps we've missed a thing or two along the way. Let me activate deduction mode and consider things again from the top to see if we can find anything new. Is there still anything unresolved or strange that we should try to consider?
Wait, you were hallucinating between when you were here last and now? Hallucinating about what?
Well...
Oh, no, not in I actually don't like it when we do this. Oh gosh.
There's no need to rush. The Marechaussee Phantom found Bonnie and the...
I'm not paying attention. Ooh, okay. Oh gosh.
Why would he leave such an obvious trail
A
for us to
teenage love
follow
story? That
when he took so
it
much
doesn't
care
happen to
not
all
leave
of us.
any
It's
traces
fine.
of imitation synth in his home?
It's not that unusual.
Bernard claims to have received a letter last night from Pierre. In the letter, Pierre stated that he had gone into hiding. Is there something wrong with the letter?
Wait, someone with an AR7 EU account? That sounds like someone that's given up on that account. Wait, what's suspicious about the letter Bernard received? I don't know.
There's no need to rush. Perhaps.
Now behave. And
that hurt.
Wait, card game here? This. Nice. Wait, fail. Oh, I need a 20. Oops.
Is everything... I still feel like... the relationship between... Also...
Oh, what? We lost a heart.
No good. I've still got nothing, and I'm nearly out of energy. Alright, I'll stop thinking about it. Let's go to the Humane Society, and before my energy for today completely runs out.
This is it? This is the bad ending, right? Aw. Wait, that's not... The truth remains submerged in dark undercurrents, yet hope already lies beyond the cage. That's not the same cat. That's a completely different cat. That's like Garfield. Interesting. Mick Nahida, hello. Go watch JJK. JJK is worth your time. Okay, one last ending to go for, and this is the one where I actually need to figure out the whole case, which... Wait, ending hints. After reviewing the case with Lynette, you seem to have new insights. That's not a good hint.
now behave.
That hurt.
Is everything I still feel also?
Yep. Okay, let's talk to you again. Lynette is sad. I'm trying to get the last ending and it required me to pay attention, which I have not been doing.
The Marechaussee Phantom found Bonnie and the Lefevre pendant at
I hope it's not RNG. It might be related to like me. I wasn't paying attention to any of this, so.
There's no need to rush. Bernard claims to have received a letter last night
Maybe
from
I'll pay
Pierre.
attention.
In the letter, Pierre stated that he had gone into
Hey, give me the
hiding.
10 likes, by the way. Let's go.
Is there something wrong with the letter?
For a few days when we found her yesterday morning, that means that she has already broken free when the letter was written. Okay. Letter's delivery method. Regardless of whether he sent it anonymously or secretly delivered himself, it's no longer something we can follow up. Okay. The point of the letter was to tell Bernard to get on his guard and wide it. Letter didn't mention Pierre's hiding spot, although it makes sense that Pierre wouldn't want anyone to find him.
If Bonnie had imitation synth in her body, then she was
I
a
think that was the right
liability that
one.
had to be recovered at all costs. And thinking about it, Bernard only attracted our... Could it be that the person who wrote the letter also knew nothing about Bonnie's whereabouts?
Yes.
Or... Well, we've discovered that Bernard is responsible for the trafficking, while Pierre
I'm
deals
gonna
with
find out if this is an
supplying the
RNG.
goods. Is there something else in this scheme that we're missing?
After completing a shipment, no suspicious record would be left as long as he receives the funds as an... okay. Pierre has been formally reprimanded for his synth-related research and can no longer get any materials from the Fontaine Research Institute. Communication... No, that's fine. You're already proven that... Yep, that's fine. Any past members of Love would probably have a number of connections outside of Fontaine. Okay, I think that one. This one?
Yeah, according to Bernard, Pierre also supplied all of the goods.
Okay.
But if the Marechaussee Phantom's records are correct, Pierre should have lost all access to the materials required to create the imitation synth. And the Institute has also not reported any theft of their stocks.
Mm-hmm. Is this gonna lead to... Let's find out.
Now behave, and follow me to the interrogation room.
That hurt.
Okay. Oh, I did get the bonus clues. Okay. I just need to draw the right thing. I need to pull... Yeah, you win. 21 jackpot. Blackjack. There we go.
Is there something else you need from me, traveler?
Huh?
I see. It all makes sense now.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Elodie, you are no longer innocent.
Even our confessed criminal here has no idea what you're saying.
Because he has been kept in the dark all along. And I assume it's the same with Pierre.
So you can boost your RNG by selecting the last clues. So yes, it is RNG, but it's actually not that bad if you select the right things when you talk to Lynette first. There was a third person all along. Yep.
That never quite added up for me. Why did Pierre feel compelled to return to his home with Bonnie and Dependent and make them so easy to find for the Marechaussee Phantom?
But yeah, a lot of choices with the Lynette Hangout has an RNG element, which is the item that you get, which is a number selector.
Both of these things are in stark contrast to his usual meticulous and vigilant behavior. There's only one reasonable explanation. He was following orders, just like Bernard. He probably received the following instructions right before the Phantom came knocking on his door. Bring the cat and the pendant, and our undercover agent will be sure to help you. Unbeknownst to him, however, the third person who wrote that letter to him had long decided to sacrifice him and Bernard to save themselves.
What? You can't be serious. There was a third person involved?
Indeed.
If you focus only on Bernard's testimony, it's easy to believe that only Bernard and Pierre were working together. The case appeared extremely simple. Bernard did the trafficking, Pierre the imitation synth production, drugging, and stuffing.
Wait. But that doesn't make any sense. If that's the actual truth, then as soon as Pierre is caught, he'll explain his side of the story and the third person will...
Yep, which is why the third person made sure that Pierre would never be found again.
He dead?
Once they had instructed Pierre to expose himself, the third person wrote to Pierre again, suggesting that everything had been taken care of, and he should take Bonnie and safely return to his base. Of course, Pierre's disappearance at such a sensitive time immediately made him a prime suspect. Knowing that Bonnie had last been seen with him, all the third person would have to do from that point on would be to lead the Phantom to investigate the Humane Society and get Bernard to confess the truth.
Wait, so you're saying that the letter I received yesterday, the one that made me think Pierre was still alive, it was also sent by the third person?
Is that what happened?
Not so
Shelfa
fast,
said
lady.
that assumptions can be detrimental to solving a case. Someone among us, however, has been feeding us all kinds of preconceived notions ever since our first meeting. They suggested that Pierre's disappearance was an attempt to escape the judgment of the law, and that Pierre was a scion of the Lefebvre family. But if the disappearance is truly just a cover-up for a murder, then couldn't the true scion have been an illegitimate daughter, rather than an illegitimate son?
Huh?
Haven't you taken this joke a bit too far? You're right.
I mean, their hint is right there all along. Guards
when I
is in
first started
quotation
talking about
marks,
the case.
meaning that she's not really a guard,
I'll make
right?
sure to correct my behavior.
Under her name?
You deliberately fed us lies, but even you could not control every last detail of your plan. There was a flaw in your scheme, and something didn't quite go as planned. Getting the Marechaussee Phantom to notice Pierre was only the first part of your plan. Had they failed to take notice of the Humane Society, they could have cast a wider net, and you couldn't predict what they might possibly find if given enough time. This, of course, was the main weakness of your plan. As someone accustomed to acting from behind the scenes, you didn't want to take the risk of personally proposing a raid on the Humane Society. So, you thought about pulling a few more strings, so all of the suspicion would point towards Bernard and his society. Once the Phantom expanded their search, it would only be a matter of time before they found Pierre's base. If a cat last seen with the suspect turned up dead at the imitation synth base, it wouldn't be long until the Phantom would figure out exactly how she had been mistreated and turn their eyes towards the one organization that has been sending boatloads of animals out of Fontaine. It was probably during your ambush of Pierre. You didn't even have the time to check if she had already been stuffed full of imitation synth. Still, you soon found another opportunity. Before long, Bonnie had made her way back into the city, and even popped up on the Steambird. Like Bernard, you desperately wanted to confirm the contents of her stomach, so you hurried to find us. Unlike Bernard, however, you were hoping that Pierre did have the time to make her swallow a load of imitation synth. While investigating the suspect's cat, we unexpectedly discovered that the suspect has been smuggling imitation synth using living animals as intermediaries.
Crazy.
That was your plan, in any case. With
Poor
that,
cat.
you'd have been able to lead the investigation towards the Humane Society. Bonnie had managed to escape before Pierre was able to stuff her full of imitation synth. That part of your plan could no longer be carried out. But as shrewd as you were, you came up with another plan right away. You manipulated the Traveler and I to help you identify Bernard as a key suspect. You used the Lefebvre name as bait to get us to join your investigation. With 2 extra bodies around, the Special Patrol is sure to soon take note of the strange event of Bernard.
So, what you're saying is, I went to all that trouble just...
Of course, you did far more than that. Just now at Lumidus Harbor, were you not the person who highlighted the suspicious activities of the Society?
Oh.
You even highlighted the Society's activities during your compilation of the logs, so they'd be immediately visible to anyone examining the records. Moreover, the logs contained no records of the Port Authority's activities. In other words, your activities.
And what are you trying to suggest with that?
I am insinuating that you had plenty of opportunities to transfer the raw materials for imitation synth from the harbor to a boat, and then sail over to the meeting place full of floating barrels. And that's how neither the trafficker nor the manufacturer knew there was a third person who supplied the raw materials, and surreptitiously operated between them. Pierre manufactured imitation synth using the raw material, having received the green light from...
I can't believe it.
So what do you think she's going to say next?
Ever thought about a career in writing crime novels, huh?
Knew it.
It appears that it's quite easy to predict what you'll think or say. Then if we apply that to this case, we can also think of a few places to look for incriminating evidence. You know very well that this case will not end until Pierre is found, so you will have him commit suicide out of fear and shame to end the investigation for good. That way, you can also pin the blame for the overseas smuggling activities, the theft of the harbor's confiscated raw
That kind of went
materials,
dark.
and even the Lefebvre name on him. After all, dead men tell no tales. But you still want it to appear as if he had sent that last letter to Bernard, so you have to make sure he cannot be found until after Bernard has confessed to the authorities. To do that, you either will hide his body until you found an appropriate time to set up a fake suicide scene, or you'll dump it someplace where it'll be hard to determine the exact time of death. Submerged in water, for instance. The location would ideally allow you to keep the body hidden for some time while also letting you keep an eye on it. There are only so many options, especially since...
How absurd. And on what grounds will you order my arrest? Don't think for a second that your spouts of nonsense will amount to any kind of real argument. After all, I'm...
Elodie Lefebvre! As the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, I hereby declare you as a suspect in the case.
If you
There we
have
go.
any objections, you may raise them later during interrogation.
That's right. We received a message from Lumiduce Harbor that you were going to investigate the Humane Society. We didn't expect to run—
While at the harbor, we noticed something else extremely interesting.
Oh.
Apparently,
This is all
you
beyond
often
my
used
my
all
brain
kinds of
capacity right now. I'm starting to
excuses
get
swap your
hungry and it's
shifts.
late.
And if one were to match the times of your shifts to the activities of the Humane Society and those of certain foreign ships, they'd find them to be an exact—
That's just a coincidence.
Yes, I'm sure you have already thought of a dozen different ways to explain away the suspicious activities.
Don't worry. If it turns out that the guards are still unable to find any evidence after all this, Lynette and I will do everything in our power to clear your name.
Although judging by her reaction, I assume no follow-up from us will be needed.
The Lefebvres were infamous for using disguise and infiltration to achieve their goals. Who would have thought that they would have planted someone within the guards?
Judging from the timeline, they likely arranged for you to enter the guards before the fall of the clan. But they probably didn't expect you to turn it to your advantage and use your job to save yourself during the purge.
Not only that, but you actively participated in the interrogation, arrest, and judgment of the Lefebvres during their fall, thus clearing yourself of suspicion.
Damn, she went
brutally
far.
and cruelly abandoned your allies as soon as they outlived their usefulness. Just like a lizard cutting off its own tail in order to live. You've been doing this for years.
So you played me like a fool after all?
Hello? Who struck? Wait, hello? Did Elodie? Wait.
What was that word you used? Ally? You think that someone as foolish as— They were worthless scum. All of them. Not just Bernard and Pierre, but those Lefebvres too. They always just saw me as a tool. I lost all my chances of a normal life just because I was born into their lot. Not only that, but because they wanted me to become an undercover agent, they stripped me of my name, too. I had to live in constant fear of them while they were alive. And even once they were gone, I had to continue to bury my heritage and my name. Always worrying that their enemies would come knocking at the door. Do you know anything about what I've been through over all these years?
Nope.
My life as the last Lefebvre?
I don't, and neither do I care.
Damn, cold. Love it.
Are you for real? Aren't you a Lefebvre victim too?
Elodie, you're the only one still living under the shadow of a name.
That's enough. Keep your hands where I can see them and do not resist arrest. If you have more to say, save it for the interrogation room.
Damn.
What a joke. What a joke!
Is she gonna commit her?
Hey!
Ah!
Don't come any closer.
What's that?
Know what this is? I've secretly planted loads of explosives in the Humane Society.
I want
Just
Bonnie to save the
one
day.
step closer, and whether they're cats, dogs, or just unlucky human employees, they'll all be blown up into smithereens. Surely you bunch of goody two-shoes won't let that happen, right?
Assistly in deceiving Elodie. Wait, I don't like these choices. Try convince Elodie to surrender. No, she's not going to surrender. Launch a sneak attack on Elodie while she's distracted. Intimidation. Help Chevreuse to intimidate Elodie. I like one of these options. Assistly to deceive her. You know what? This, yes. Okay. Oh, I might fail this. I have to redo the whole thing if I fail this, don't I?
I can understand how you feel. Like you, we are also victims of the Lefebvre clan. But if you were to endanger innocence now for your own gain, the public anger towards the Lefebvres would only rise to a boiling point, and the families of the new victims would be dead set on exacting revenge on you.
I don't think she cares.
And what of it?
I'll be your hostage, Elodie.
What?
Thanks for your concern, Traveler. But we need to end all of the hate and violence arising from this clan once and for all. I'll raise my hands and come over slowly. I promise that I'm completely unarmed.
I'm watching you. Don't think for a second you can pull fast one on me.
Yeah, he can.
That's right. Just keep your eyes on me. Don't look away.
There we go.
Phew. So I was right after all. It's easier to deal with the person causing the problem than the problem itself. This is it. Looks like it's just a toy.
Guess that's probably why she suddenly flipped and knocked out Bernard. He probably knew that there were no explosives at the society.
Well, given that she never even showed her face to Bernard and Pierre, I had my doubts that she'd have gone to the society in person to plant explosives.
Thank you for your help, everyone. I'll take them back for thorough questioning and find someone better to take over the Humane Society. I might need a few statements from everybody. Would you be able to come with me?
If statements are all you need, can Lyney provide them on my behalf? I still need to go back and explain some things to the crew. I also had an appointment with the Traveler before we got interrupted.
Hey.
Ah, so you do remember.
I do.
Yes, I invited you to come over to our place. Once I'm done talking with the troupe, I'll make a nice cup of tea and bring Bonnie to wait for you outside of my door.
Let's do the thing. And then get the last picture, collect my very small amount of Primo Gems for doing this for the past 4 hours, and then call it a day. Bruh.
Black tea and a cute kitty. Truly
You mean
the
you?
best combo for standby mode.
Also, what's that on the table? Oh, that's the teapot. That was a weird, really weird close-up. A cute kitty, please? Yeah. No. You're cute too, Bonnie.
Ah, I see she's already starting to snuggle up to you. Not at all. Information is indeed very important, but if you were to try to collect every piece of information you come across, your efficiency would actually decrease. Plus, if you just think about it, what sounds more fun? Writing a statement or enjoying a tea party? Great answer. That'd be my pick too. Had we not run into that case, we could have spent the entire day like this. But now, I'm running low on both time and energy.
Hey, thank you for the 11 likes. Let's go.
You're right. I can sense it. I'm recharging very quickly at the moment. Something about her rubbed me the
Oh
wrong
my gosh,
way
Asta,
since
you're
the
up
very
late.
beginning.
Or you're here late.
But to be more precise,
Hello.
it was probably around the time when I saw Bonnie try to get away from her.
Meow.
Elodie tried to get close, but Bonnie deliberately dodged her. Maybe Bonnie had tried to evade her before at Pierre's base.
You just woke up? Yeah,
Or
I'm reaching the
perhaps
end of the
Bonnie
stream
just
too. I'm like
instinctively knew that
tired.
she wasn't a good person. Not everyone who likes cats is a good person. But if cats like you, you're probably alright. Humans tend to overthink things, but cats rely on their instincts, and they're pretty sharp.
Hello,
I mean,
Munch.
just like a
Bonjour.
She took a
Jeez.
liking to you the moment you met.
You're the second European to pop into the stream today, Munch. How does that make you feel? Meow. There we go. That's the last ending. My goodness. 7 a.m. pour toi. Mon Dieu. Yeah, Asa, you slept in way too much. Like, way too much. There we go.
We're way behind schedule.
Okay, so I just finished getting all the endings in Lyney's Hangout.
Next on the agenda.
I didn't skip any of the dialogue, more or less, for the first ending, but then I started skipping for the other endings, and that still took me a grand total of 3 hours for 60 Primo Gems, or in other words, 20 Primo Gems per hour. Now there are definitely some moments that I enjoyed, but there was definitely a lot of moments in the story, in the hangout rather, that got way too elongated and dragged on for too long with a lot of NPCs I don't care about. It was a little unfortunate that the route I ended up picking involved quite a number of NPCs. It was a little less interesting. The last route I took was probably the most interesting route, but I ended up skipping most of it because I was already kind of done with the hangout. So that was a little unfortunate.
We're way behind
That's kind of
schedule.
like the issue with a lot of the hangouts. Is like there are some moments that are like okay, especially if it's a character you kind of like or simp for. You want to spend more time with them, you want to hear them talk, etc. But it's otherwise kind of a drag, especially for only 60 primo gems. But also, I like those ending images. I think most of those ending images look nice. Are they worth the 3 hours? No, but I still want them, as well as those 60 primo gems, so I still suffer through them. But it's getting to the point where I'm almost at the point where I feel like I just want to skip everything, even my first run through of it. And there's not really much to spice it up. I mean, at least with Lynette's hangout, you get a new item. The big issue here is that I don't see any use for this item. I'm sure some content creators that are smarter and more creative than me will figure something out. But at the current moment, it seems like a pretty useless item. And that's my thoughts on Lynette's hangout. You went to sleep at 2 a.m. Holy smokes. Have either of you done Lynette's hangout yet? Or nah? You got a huge lore drop? You mean the one where she has split personality or something else? I'll just say it drags. It drags quite a bit. Who do I want to play as?
Oh, you're calling for?
Absolutely, Borger. These nuts are always dragging. Oh, I think it was 12 legs. Let's go. Have any of you done the Chiori story quest yet?
With all my strength. I see everything. Make yourselves at home. Dance with the waves. Stay put. Keep positions.
You barely did the Baiju one yesterday. Baiju one. Is that one any good? Is the Baiju one any good? I don't remember the Baiju one being any good. More like I just don't remember it, period. But again, as a character I have like no interest in, so maybe that's why. Outside of his snake, I have like no interest in Baiju. Hu Tao is in the Baiju one? Oh, that's because of the relationship with Chi-Chi, isn't it? I still don't remember it. I still don't remember it. With a kid. Interesting. Oh, wasn't there like some sort of domain or whatever that we go into and there's like a bunch of snake statues? Was that it? Or am I like going crazy?
dance. Hi.
I see. You remember your dream from last night? Uh-oh. Bye, Munch. Thanks for popping by. I'm gonna be ending the stream soon anyways. Always nice to see you pop in when you can, if I stream late enough. Defeating some bosses, I see. Sounds like a pretty adventurous dream. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna level up some artifacts and I'm gonna call it a day. You're using a bow? Nice. Do you know which bow you were using or no? One, and where are you? This one. Okay. HP and okay, I have enough where I don't... Oh, if you roll into HP again, 16% HP. Ooh, that's actually... Oh, that's actually pretty good. I just don't have any EM, which is fine. Okay, I'm gonna roll this one. Oops, not that one. Black bow? Or just a random black bow, you can't put, you don't know which one specifically? Okay. Whatever works with your dream, right? No, the attack! I mean, that's not the end of the world. Less EM. Okay. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Not a multi. I'll take the HP though. Is that a better one now? It actually is. This is actually better. There's no ER. That's the only problem. That's fine. Can you play? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's someone that can do that. I wouldn't be surprised if someone can do that. Okay, I am so close to being done. I'm gonna level up this one for sure. I don't need 35. Yeah, no, I don't need to level this one up. I want to level this one up because it has a lot of crit. Bum, bum. Do I care about this one? No, I don't, right? No. There's no way this is going to be a good off piece. I'm going to give up on it. Should I not give up on it? I don't know. This all has good substats too. Why did I level up this one? This one could be good too. I don't want to level up that one. It's so hard. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of all of these ones. Because even if I do need this for Dihia, she scales with HP, right? Or no, she's split scaling. Which complicates things. Oh, what? Oh no, I have to keep this one. That's a good piece. And it's level 0 and has 4 stats. Yeah, I have to keep that one. Nope. Yes. Yes. It was healing. Healing with double crit and 8 flat HP. That's an off piece. I have to keep that one. I have to keep that one as an off piece. I have to find out. I have to find out. Okay. Yep, I have to keep that one. Double crit. Double crit, but not that good. I'm not gonna keep that one. Yeah, we'll take it from there. Holy smokes, I still have a long ways to go in leveling up these artifacts. Ain't no way. This is fine. It's you? Huh? Are you for real? Are you serious? What? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Was it from an accident? Ooh, do I keep... if you get the crit damage... If you get the crit damage. Bruh. I'm sorry to hear that. Ooh, oh, hails, yes. This one for sure. And not that one. And I'll do one round of this. No. 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 Yes. No. 4 years ago? Damn. No. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Yes! No. 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 Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Okay, there we go. That's a decent amount. Okay, I'm streaming, I'm working late tomorrow, so no stream tomorrow. And then I think for the rest of the week, I think I'm just gonna focus on Grand Blue Fantasy. I want to like finish that story if I can, so stay tuned for more of that. I don't know if I'll stream more Genshin this week, mainly because this new event, I'm probably just gonna do it next week. I can wait, right? I won't get screwed over by doing it next week, I don't think. So I'm just gonna do it next week. It'll be fine. I could do some more exploration if I so choose, but my motivation to do that is non-existent when I have enough primo gems for arlecchino, more or less. So that will be it for today. I know that the Hangout streams that are not the most eventful, but it is what it is. It is a part of the game that I have to do. That I want to do, at least. So, yeah. That'll be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until the next time, adieu and goodbye.